Okay, hello and welcome to a brand new series. This is Vault Hunters Plus. And to get started, first I should probably explain what Vault Hunters is and then what Vault Hunters Plus is. So Vault Hunters is essentially a progression-based action RPG that's meant to be played over a long period of time. There's quests, there's a goal, there's an end game, there's a bunch of other things, and essentially it's like just a loot, kind of like an extraction game, except for it's you can do it single player, you can do it multiplayer, you can do it as a team, and there's a bunch of other cool stuff. And so there's a bunch of stuff you can use to set stuff up. For the quests is we can complete them and we get some stuff. So next we need to get some chromatic iron and some vault stone. And those are found deep down below, so it's probably going to take us a little bit. But what Vault Hunters Plus is essentially, it's Vault Hunters, but I added some mods to make it a little bit more grindy and weird, and it can make us even more overpowered. So the mods that I have added will be in the description. I'm working on getting all of the changes fully taken care of and put into the actual, or to an actual, like, zip file that you guys can download yourself so that you can play it. But again, I'm just a one-man team, so for now, it's just gonna have to be like that. But one of the mods that we do have, everlasting abilities, and it looks like our first ability is going to be night vision. So now we have permanent night vision, and I guess what we can do is we can go around and start trying to get the vault stone. So I guess most of that's going to be just normal mining, and unfortunately there's no vein miner because vein miner is actually locked behind a specific thing, and that specific thing is actually just the fact that vein miner is not a mod, it's a part of the Vault Hunters mod itself, which is quite cool, but it does mean that we're gonna need to kind of take our time and just go through this a little bit slower than we usually would. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. And first off, let's just get ourselves as much of this coal as we can, and then we're gonna have to go down and find ourselves some iron. We are also gonna need some diamonds and some other stuff, but I think first a good thing that we can do is find a cave. Well, it actually looks like there's just a cave over here. Maybe we can get some iron down here. I don't know. It doesn't look like there's a whole ton of stuff in here, but yeah, it looks like that's just a tiny little cave that there's nothing in. Okay, fine, I guess. Okay, whatever. Ooh, I did find some surface iron. Okay, interesting. What's this doing up here? Is there any more, or is that it? Looks like that's it. A little bit of a bummer, but you know what? One iron's better than nothing, I guess. Ooh, you can find some pumpkins. We need those for future vault crystal recipes, but for now we just still need to find a cave so we can get iron, so we can actually get through the normal progression for the Vault Hunters, because oh my gosh. Where is something good? Please let me find a good cave. Finally, it looks like maybe an actual cave. There are a couple of zombonis and other dudes down here, but it should still be viable for us to acquire all the things that we do in fact need. And you know what? Happy about that. Why didn't we get Monster Hunter for the first one? We are also gaining levels and XP for a different thing as well, which is quite cool. And you guys will see that in a little bit. But I do need to find more iron. How did I get hit through the weird? Okay. There's a skeleton over there, so we're just gonna run around in a circle, and it doesn't really look like there's much actually in there, so we're just gonna leave. That's a bummer. That's really, really actually such a bummer. Well, it looks like we found a village before we found an actual cave, so, perfect, and there's nothing here. Okay, fun. At least there's an iron. Holy, okay, there's 3 iron. There's step assist, and water breathing. Honestly, those are all kind of big, so we mine 2 more, and that is that completed, and we get a vault rock for that, but we are gonna need more, so maybe we mine until we get probably like 4 or 5 vault rocks, just so that we have enough. We also have an extra iron pickaxe, so I'm not super concerned. Looks like there's some Certus quartz down here as well, but vault rocks just have a small drop chance from vault stone. So I guess I'll just keep mining until this pickaxe breaks, and then hopefully we can find some chromatic iron down here as well. Okay, pickaxe just broke. It looks like we got 5 vault rocks, so I was kind of bang on with that guesstimation, I guess. Yes, it is a dungeon, but like, you guys know what I mean, right? Maybe? I don't know. It looks like there's one skeleton that spawned in here, and there wasn't actually. 1 full heart, and of course, each one is, ooh, there's also power crystal shards in here. I don't know how I missed that, but that's kind of amazing. I think that's a superstitious hat. Do we have a head? We have a head slot. Yes, we do. Applies an extra level of looting to killed enemies. Quite amazing, to be honest. Some power crystal ore, so grab you. Or I might make it so that I can only use it while I have the Icarus's wings. Still need to find the raw chromatic iron. Maybe there's some over somewhere? I don't know. Well, I was coming over here because I saw this POI thing, so we actually found the chromatic iron we need, which is kind of insane because it took this long. And now we're finally getting the chromatic iron because I finally found a good enough vein so we can complete the quest, which is amazing. And I guess I'll turn one of these guys into a normal furnace. I thought you could do it in a blast furnace, but I guess you can't. It's all good though. It's not too big of a deal. And let's click this vault rock right onto here. It looks like we need 2 copper, some leaves, some... I do think I'm going to not continue to carry my ability bottle around because we don't really need to. And so we can just go out and grab some leaves. I only need 1, so we'll just grab you. And then we need to go find some copper, which shouldn't be too difficult. And you know what? Lo and behold, there's actually just some in the hole right next to our house. So that's kind of dope. I still don't have a bucket. That might be a good idea. Unless we get something that will reduce our, like, fall damage, because otherwise we'll probably end up taking a bunch of fall damage. The vault portal, essentially. The way that you get into the vaults. Okay, and the copper has smelted up, which is perfect. And what we should be able to do is just immediately start going into the vaults. But before I do that, I want to get a vault enchanter. So, vault enchanter. We need chromatic iron blocks, we need a enchanting table, and we need a book. So I need 2 books, which is 2 leather. I already have the sugarcane for it, so we will have that to not have to worry about that at all. All we need to do is we need to worry a little bit. Got the emeralds. I needed, what, 4 diamonds, right? I need 2 diamonds, 2 emeralds, which is not too bad at all. And then we need chromatic iron, and we need the enchanting table, which is going to be 4 obsidian, 2 diamonds, and then let's get the chromatic iron, get you guys, and now we just need leather at this point, and we need 2 pieces of leather. Okay, time to go find some cows. First, I'm just taking out some sheep for some meat. This one had an ability, which was haste, which is perfect. That's going to give us just permanent haste 1. You'll love to see it. What I would love to find is speed, but it doesn't look like we're going to get that immediately, which is fine. And there's a ton of sheep here, but no cows, which is what we really need, and hopefully we can find some soon, because I would love to have that before we end up actually going into a vault. Oh, I spot some cows. You'll love to see it. Okay, we got 1 leather. I just need 2 leather. Okay, 4 leather, perfect. Honestly, that's insane. We also got 3 blocks of redstone from cow. Okay, interesting cow drops, but I mean, we got what we needed, so now we can head back home. Now, of course, we make the books, and then we can make ourselves a normal enchanting table, and then the vault enchanter will give us another quest. We'll put that right there. And that will give us some emeralds, because we need emeralds to actually enchant stuff with the Vault Enchanter. Of course, the first thing we should probably do is Fortune 3 Mending on Breaking 3 on our pickaxe, because we're not going to get like a crazy vault pickaxe yet. We're not going to enchant our axe with anything, because actually, can we use the Vault Enchanter in a vault? So, we'll enchant our armor with just normal. Actually, you can't get protection on here. Okay, so we'll just not do that for now, and we'll bring the Vault Enchanter in along with 20 emeralds in. I think we'll only need 15. So just go 15 emeralds. We'll bring 15 emeralds in along with the Vault Enchanter. We'll use all the bottles of enchanting. Also, we got some more levels, which I'll continue putting into loot, because looting is kind of insane, to be honest. And now we're kind of ready to go. Of course, the food is going to go there. I don't need to carry the shears. Got some extra food. I'll leave the cooked vault steak in here, and we'll leave the cooked salmon here as well. We'll wait for some more mutton to actually finish cooking before we go into the vault, but we're going to create our beautiful handy-dandy vault portal right now. Also, we can make a vial. What does it cost for a vial? The Slaughterer's Vial, kill vault mobs to restore charges. That will cost us a mushroom, chromatic iron, and a glass bottle. Okay, not too bad whatsoever. Of course, for the coin pouch, we need actual vault stuff, so we can't make that quite yet. Otherwise, I would have. And thankfully, the shard pouch is actually really cheap. It's just purple wool and ender pearl, which I got during like night 5, night 6, which was honestly not too difficult at all. Because thankfully, you know, Endermen, they're not too big of a challenge. What is amazing is that we have 50 blocks. I'll just use vault cobblestone as the building block for this vault. I guess we'll open up the vaults, so we're ready to go once we get all of the food. And then the moment we go in, we're going to get ourselves our sword and our shield, which will be amazing. The vial is going to cost us a red mushroom, which isn't too hard to get. We just gotta find one. You know, for now, we'll just leave it. We'll just wait until we get some more mutton. Honestly, 20 is probably good enough. So let's just get going into this vault. Let's see what we get. Okay, come on. You've completed a quest. Entered our very first vaults. Perfect. If you manage, build yourself a vault portal with any assortment of vault stone blocks in a similar fashion to the nether portal. Once the portal is built, then you can right-click your vault crystal onto the frame to open a portal. There's a time limit within the vault requiring you to complete it before it ticks down to 0. Marking your way with blocks will allow you to easily find your way back to the portal. If you die, you will return to the overworld, and if you are under vault level 20, you will be granted Beginner's Grace, which will allow you to keep all your loot regardless of dying or escaping. If you manage to complete the vault, you will be granted a crate that can be placed and then sneak right-clicked to open. And we get a vault sword and a shield for that, which of course, we're going to immediately roll, because that's what happens with vault gear, vault gear is essentially, because it does 8.5 attack damage, so low roll as well, which is fine, and then we can get unbreaking on the shield, which is going to help us out, especially if we can't find any more gear relatively early. And now, I guess it's time for us to run into the vault. And this is an elixir vault, which means that we need to gather elixir from loot, ores, and mobs in order to actually complete it. And what I do think I might do, there's mobs coming from over there. Also, one of them is a champion, which is great because, yeah, okay. So there's a hidden POI up there, which could mean that it has good loot. You never know. It has coin piles, which are amazing. And these are the vault coins that we can get. Quite cool, honestly. Of course, we can vein mine them as well. And thankfully, the amount of elixir for early level vaults is very low. Also, we got 2 vault gold, which is incredible, which I think is thanks to fortune. I don't know how well fortune works on it, but it'll be really nice. So we're just gonna plop all that stuff into there, and let's see what's over here. Some more wooden chest POIs. So there's a couple different kinds of chests, and you guys will see in a second the difference between the wooden chests, which are these chests. Also, the chests have rarities, which you guys just saw me open an Omega chest. That one was a common wooden chest. Another common wooden chest. Of course, Omegas have quite high rarities, so they're hard to find, but they're definitely worth it when you get them. And then course, there's epic and uncommon. And what we're gonna do over here is these are ornate chests, which have a chance to have vault gear inside of them that we can roll. So, ideally we find one. We found an axe, which honestly it could be good. We also found a focus, which is like a magical focus. They give us some sort of benefit to our spell casting, and by spell casting I'm talking about our skills and abilities, and they'll give bonuses to those, which are quite cool, quite nice. As well as you can see on the mini-map, we can see where our entrance is, so we don't have to worry too much about that. But if we want to actually be able to pull out the actual full map, we need to spec into a skill for that. Also, this is a bummer, because that is a lot of silverfish, and silverfish are quite annoying. Thankfully, it doesn't look like they're spawning any more silverfish, and it doesn't look like we need to take too much damage. Also, we got 5 blocks of iron randomly there, which is great. You'll love to see it. Also, holy silverfish. And there we go. Perfection. Of course, we're going to get all the soul shards from that. And I want you guys to leave your guesses in the comments. How much, or how many soul shards you think we'll end up getting in this first vault, as well as how much XP we'll think we'll get in the first vault. Because I'm kind of curious about what you guys think. I am going to guess as well. I'm going to guess that we get 700 soul shards, and I'm also going to guess that we will get a grand total of 14,000 experience. Also, these are living chests, which have knowledge essence and vault meat inside of them, which is great, because the knowledge essence is what you use in order to gain knowledge points, which is what you use to unlock specific mods, because most of the mods that are like actual mods, like mechanism, like applied energy, like storage system stuff, that's all gated behind our knowledge. That's going to cost us a lot. By a lot, I mean a lot of research points, knowledge points. Additionally, we got another level, and I think I'm also going to start putting more levels into attack power or defense, just so that we take a lot less damage. And it does seem... Okay, there's those guys. Let's just take you guys out first. Cactus, okay. You know what? It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. And now, of course, we grab you. We grab you. Take these guys as well. And this one is, of course, blocked off, which is fine. But we're going to get you. And jump boost. Honestly, jump boost 1 is not really worth it, I don't think. If it was jump boost, if we get a second one, then it might be worth it, but I don't think I want to go with just jump boost. So for now, we will just not utilize that, and we'll just keep looting because we can. And of course, every single chest that we open will give us additional XP. I don't remember the exact value of each chest in XP, but what I do know is that they're quite amazing. And thankfully, most of the mobs are melee, even the skeletons, because they're vault skeletons, not like anything different, which is great, because ranged attacks would kind of ruin us, since we don't have any ranged attacks ourselves. We will be getting some in the future, because we're probably gonna spec into a little bit of a mage build, especially if I end up going the, bat route, where we just fly around above everything's heads and just shoot down stuff at them. It'll be quite interesting. Anyway, that was a tier 3 husk, which is cool. We can grab some moss here. I think there's one chest behind one of them. There is. And the more knowledge we get, the better. So, if we can get a ton of it, it of course takes 9 knowledge essence to make 1 knowledge shard. And it takes 8 knowledge shards to make 1 knowledge knowledge star. Yeah, that's what they're called. And so we just need to, take it slow. We don't gotta go super fast. We don't gotta go super crazy. We just take it slow. We get all the loot we possibly can, and that's all that matters. Because we also already completed the objectives, so we don't have to stress about trying to I mean, this one's elixir, so looting gives you the vault objective, but there's certain objectives that you actually need to do specific tasks, and those guys will be showing up in the future, but ow, that really hurt. Okay, that was fun. Let's go back up there, because it did seem like there was some good chests, but that kind of hurt. As well as the creepers are a little bit stressful, because they can, in fact, and will, one-shot you. So you always gotta be careful about vault creepers. They do a lot of damage. And by a lot, I mean like they do like 3x the normal creeper damage, so if you're within the close explosion range, you just insta-explode, usually. Which is great. I mean, it is what it is. It's kind of annoying, but we're fine. We survived. We escaped from it. We also got another level. Maybe we put into attack speed for one more? Yeah, we'll do that, and then we'll start speccing into more attack power. That way we can just deal with mobs as quick as possible so that we don't have to, like, worry about anything. Anyway, this is the last kind of chest, which is gilded chests, which have a different full set of things in them, which is quite cool, because they have magical silk, which are also in wooden chests, but they also have vault diamonds, because we need them for a couple things, actually. We need them for the coin pouch, and we also need them for quite a few things in the future, like the knowledge stars. So we always gotta make sure that we can get those when we see them. And that looks like another ornate POI. Of course, POI standing for point of interest. And some more living chests over here. You love to see it. And just grab these guys. Perfection. And come on now. It's like two spawned up there. Okay. Looks like we got a diamond chest plate randomly from one of them, which is cool. So that's honestly pretty nice, but not super great, especially considering vault gear will be about 100 times better. But at least it's something. It's a little bit of an upgrade, so I'm not going to complain about that whatsoever. It does look like that's all of the ornate chests from that POI. And we can just continue on. 15 minutes left in this vault, which means we've only spent 10 minutes so far. I think what we'll do is we'll do this and just put stuff into attack power. I don't know if netherite gear has a requirement, but I do know that vault gear does not, because it's from a completely different mod that was never taken into account with this specific mod, so it'll be fine. We don't need to worry about it. But I do want to hit crazy levels of that, so we will, of course, make sure that we go into that in the future. Anyway, where is everything else? Looks like there's some more POIs over there, but all the way down. I didn't make a water bucket, which was honestly probably one of the most stupid plays I've ever made. But it's fine because we have sturdy toes. We have strong feet. It's all good. We're just chilling. And perfection. Now, hopefully, we can find some other rarer POIs. Looks like there's a hidden POI back here, maybe? Yup, and of course it's living, which is beautiful. You'll love to see it. Okay, now let's see if we can find any other rare ones. Ooh, looks like there's a coin pile POI tucked back here, which is nice. You'll love to see it. Get ourselves even more vault currencies, which of course, not used immediately, but in the future, we will need them to trade for rarer things at shops, which are entirely another thing that we need to talk about in the future when we come to it. This guy has poison, which will actually ruin us, so we gotta take him out first. And, yeah, plagued with the poison. The main issue with poison is that, in fact, the poison will not, we might die to it if we don't actually get some form of healing, which is unfortunate because, poison will kill you. In Vault Hunters, poison does not reduce you to half a heart. It just outright eliminates you. It bleeps you. It blips you. It just annihilates. It's kind of obnoxious, but it's also quite cool as a feature. Thankfully, though, because of scaling health, we do get our health back if we gain a heart, which is great. And it does look like this is the dead end of this vault, which means, of course, that we've gotten to the farthest we can for this side of the vault, which is pretty cool. And I guess what that means is we just get to loot some more, and then I guess we'll complete the vault, because we completed a full row of rooms. I mean, wait, rare plus already? Essentially, there are, 5 different levels of vault gear. It goes from Scrappy to Omega. It goes Scrappy, and then, I forget the rest of them, but then it goes, Scrappy, Uncommon, Rare, Epic, Omega. It's pretty cool, but overall, Omega stuff has more modifiers and does a lot more than any other rarity. Even on lower levels compared to higher levels, an Omega at like level 10 will be better than an Epic at like level 15 or level 20, which is a big thing, because we can end up finding some pretty insane stuff, especially if we get anything rarer than, I mean, rare plus is already insane for level 0, because higher rarity stuff tends to show up more later game, towards when we have a bunch of extra looting, like, chances, because there's a bunch of stuff that adds extra item rarity and item quantity, which are both modifiers for the amount of items or the quality, rarity of items that you get, which is quite, it goes kind of crazy, to be honest. But, of course, we are not nearly there yet, because this is only episode 1. So, if you want to see that, make sure to stay tuned and subscribe and all that stuff, because, I mean, I'm just going to be making this for a bit, because I enjoy it. And, you know what? That's all that matters. That guy's fast. Holy, that was speedy. Okay. So, we got that, and now we can loot up you again. Even more stuff. You love to see it. We're getting so much stuff, actually. We might need to try and spec into some form of storage system as quick as we can, actually, because it's a little bit crazy. Also, these tier 3 husks, that is a tank mob, and they do a substantial amount more damage and have more health, which is quite interesting. But they hit quite hard, so we just gotta be a little careful of that. Also, thankfully, there's water here, and I guess we'll loot up a little bit more before we escape. Ooh, more ornate chests too. That's kind of amazing. You do love to see it. Also, of course, we got some more skeletons and other dudes. That could have been really bad. We would have died. That was kind of insane. That flick was nuts. Holy, my life just flashed before my eyes. Oh my gosh. My heart is beating so fast right now. I don't know how to feel. Jiminy Jimus, that was close. Okay, well, we survived. That's all that matters. We got this. Holy, okay. Looks like there's some stuff over there that we can get to as well. So let's just do that. And then there's some stuff downstairs as well. And hopefully there's a lodestone. There's usually in lower level vaults, there's like a lodestone in every room for elixir vaults, which is the thing that you need to consume in order to escape the vault. So hopefully there will be one. But is there a lodestone? There's a lodestone down here, which we will consume, because I don't want to, like, heavy greed. Ooh, our first sighting of vault dwellers. They're essentially just the people that are stuck in the vaults, because they ran out of time, and you know what? Sucks to suck, I guess. Because they just didn't get out in time, because they weren't paying attention to the timer. Just get good. I've never done that before. Queue up all the time. I'm kidding, I don't have an editor. I'm trying to get one, but editors are expensive, man. Anywho, what we need to do, just eliminate all you guys, we loot all the chests, and then we just leave the vault, because we've got amazing stuff, we got a lot of loot. I'm kind of, I don't know, we might have surpassed 15,000, XP. I don't know, though. I mean, we're about to find out, though. Let's see how much XP we got. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, and 1. And now we're out of the vaults. Let's see how much XP. Holy double, nearly double what we should, what I thought we would get. That's gonna put us to like level 7. What? Yup, level 7. I know my stuff. And then our elixir crate, which when you open, gives you the stuff that you would have gotten. We got a jewel pouch, which will give us the option of a couple different jewels that we can put onto some stuff. That was a max roll. By max roll, I mean the highest it can be, 1.5% item rarity. And I guess I'll have to sort out everything and then we'll roll the vault gear for the end of the episode, I guess. Okay, well, we ended up getting an insane amount of vault currency, so we got a grand total of 11 vault gold from our very first vault, which is amazing. What I do need now is I need a bundle, and I need also a block of magical silk, as well as we need 1 string, and I'm gonna need the, 4 vault diamonds? Yep, I have 8, which is great, because we got as much as we needed, which is perfect. And now what we can do is we can make a coin pouch, which now we can chuck all of our coins into, which is great because now we don't need to worry about that, and we can worry about other things, which is as we should. Now, we also got a ton of carbon, we also got a ton of driftwood, which is great, as well as vault plating and vault meat, but those are their own separate things, because vault meat you can turn into vault meat blocks, or you can turn into raw vault steaks, which we already have vault steaks. I don't really necessarily know if I want to use the vault meat for food, but it is our best food source as of right now. So for the most part, we'll be using that and also the reserve food that we already have. We're also going to combine all the raw carbon to make refined carbon, which we need to make chromatic steel, which is chromatic iron and raw carbon. And then we also have driftwood, which we combine in I think it's a 4x4, or 2x2 rather. We get driftwood planks, which we'll use for other recipes. And we also got a bunch of knowledge essence, a grand total of 13 knowledge shards. The only issue is for a knowledge star, I would actually need a knowledge core, which is extraordinary benitite, which is 16 benitite gems, which are a common vault gem, but we didn't find any vault gems in that first vault, which is, it's okay, it's not too big of a deal. But we did complete a vault. We also got a coin pouch, which is great. We get an extra vault platinum for that, which is beautiful. Like nearly doubles the amount of stuff we ended up getting from it, which is quite amazing, to be perfectly honest with you. Chuck that in there. We get you guys. I'll chuck the rest of the coal in there because I don't necessarily want to carry it. And what we'll do is let's get some sleep. And now we wake up and we get to go and we'll do vein miner to max level, and then we can do an extra soul quantity when killing mobs while being above 80% mana. That's big, or we go crazy into mage. I kind of want to do mage stuff. We're gonna do some magery. We're gonna go intelligence, and then sorcery, and then, wait, shoot. I probably should have put some stuff into arcane, because arcane is essentially just it's a railgun for rail. Pretty cool. This one melts mobs in front of you for its distance. It only has 10 distance though, which is okay. I definitely would prefer rail, but normal arcane's pretty cool too. We also got an expertise point, which what we're gonna do, I think, is because so much stuff scales off of our XP, we could go experienced, but I'm gonna go fortunate. It just gives us an extra fortune level, which is absurd. So we're just gonna do that. Pretty cool. And now we have the vault gear to roll. So I guess we'll roll the scrappy plus stuff first, and then we'll roll the rare plus stuff. So it's all level 0. It's not gonna be crazy, but it could be relatively good. Hopefully we get a better shield. 5% block chance, so not really a better shield. The axe does good damage with a max roll and a double damage chance, but I don't like axes because they attack way too slow. I'm not going to use a focus just yet, especially if we get one that's that bad, so we're going For now, we'll just chuck that stuff into a shulker. And let's roll the boots one at a time. We'll roll these one at a time and we'll see what we get. Because we could get something pretty cool. Just rare, 3 armor, minimum armor roll, max ability power roll though. Good effect avoidance, item rarity. Honestly, not bad whatsoever. Now we'll roll the other set of boots. Maybe they'll be better. Maybe they'll be worse. Who knows? Let's see what we get. Come on. And 4 armor, 2 ability power, max item rarity. I mean, the item rarity is kind of good though. But, I mean, they both have item rarity. Plus this one has extra health and effect avoidance. This one has effect avoidance too, but this one just has crazy good ability power. And if we're speccing into like a semi-mage build, I think ability power is definitely the way to go. So we'll go this guy. Of course, Depth Strider, Feather Falling, and Unbreaking are the things we'll plop onto you, and we can get rid of our diamond boots. And our old gear can go, I guess our old gear will just go into here. And what about the sword? Now the sword, it honestly, it can't be worse than our current sword. So I definitely will use it regardless. 1 chaining attack, which is a min roll, but it's okay. Dweller damage, low roll for attack range, but honestly, we still have the sweeping hit as well as the higher attack damage, which is pretty good, so I'm not going to complain. Pretty decent, pretty good, and with that, I am going to check on soul shards. Let's see. We got we got more than double the amount of soul shards I thought we would. That's kind of insane. What? How did that happen? Okay, well, this entire Vault Crystal is just stuff in our chest, which is beautiful. And what we're going to be able to do is just immediately complete it, and then we can click the next one on there. Next one seems relatively easy as well. You'll love to see it. Looks like I need 1 more stick, and then I need some seeds, and I'm going to need you and you. Perfection. Now I just need seeds. I'm not going to worry about much else, though, because we can just run this vault and see what we end up getting. Although I do want to do a couple things first. Namely, get a bounty table and a tool station. Okay, I think we got everything we needed, so we get our bounty table, and we also get a tool station, and that is perfection. We're gonna start, you know what, we'll start using them in here for right now, for just right this second. Of course, our bounty pearls will go into here, so that we can re-roll bounties to get what we need. Submit polished vault stone, find vault plating. We get boots for that, but nothing crazy. I do like leggings. Leggings would be big. That's finding a sparkle team, which is rare. You know what? We're gonna do it. We're gonna go for it. One thing though that I do want to say, you may have seen it right now, is this is a tool leveling table from mod tool leveling. So what this does is it lets you take whatever enchantments are on your piece of gear, and it lets you, with points, upgrade them to higher levels. So what I have done is I've taken the liberty of using most of my iron, half of the diamonds, and a bunch of other stuff that had really good, also the enchanted golden apples. I've used that to increase our diamond pickaxe to unbreaking 5, fortune 10, as well as our sword is looting 5, unbreaking 4, which is quite amazing as well. So we've got that now, and we also have our pouch. I mean, there's not much else that we could really do other than just run the vault, so, you know what, let's get ourselves a couple shulker shells, just to make some shulker, or make a shulker. We have a chest in here, which means we can make ourselves a beautiful handy-dandy shulker box. And now what we will be able to do is, I guess, just run this level 7 vault. We'll see what we end up getting. Maybe we get something rare, maybe we don't. A decrepit wasteland? Was that the vault theme that it showed? That's kind of creepy. Okay, whatever. It's all good. We've got ourselves, honestly, it's kind of a cool theme. Like, let's be real. This is pretty neat. Although I do think I'm gonna start, I probably should have taken off night vision, because night vision just seems to make everything super, super bright, and it makes everything feel less real. Also, This is a ore room, as you can see from the room being orange, or not orange, blue, in the top, in the top corner for the map, which is cool because this means this is where we can get ores, which is actually exactly what we need. Because I also need that sparkletine. I also need bennytite. I need a lot of bennytite. The reason why we need that is for knowledge stars, and those knowledge stars are going to come really, really big and handy for unlocking mods, which I think the first one we're going to do is going to be double pouches, and then we'll start working on other stuff from there. So I'm very happy because they give like 2,500, which is insane. So our boots are just never going to break. Also, oh my gosh, Vault Cobblestone, Alexandrite, which is one of the relatively common gems. I think it's classified as an uncommon gem. I mean, it's not the end of the world. I just want to also make sure that doing my due diligence to get as much as I possibly can from this stuff. And if you have multiple levels of chaining, it'll chain to that many targets, which is really cool. But yes, okay, we've got plenty of vault rocks. Okay, we're good on vault rocks for now. I don't know if we're gonna need to. Also, looks like we can just come down here, and that's sparkletine. That's what we need for the bounty. So we're gonna complete our first bounty as well, which is beautiful. You'll love to see it. Also, looks like we got one sparkletine from that. So a little bit unlucky, but someone said they were gonna help me, and then they made one, and I think they sent an email to the wrong person, so very interesting. These guys actually do a lot of damage. We gotta be careful. Silverfish do a lot of damage, but they do also give a lot of, does not function inside vaults. You know, I'm glad they said that, because otherwise I would have tried to cheese something. Probably a good thing they don't work inside the vaults, because you could definitely cheese that pretty bad. Oh my gosh, that was really annoying. That was scary. That was terrifying. That almost ruined the entire episode, because I spent so long getting into a vault, and then if I had died there, I would have just been so upset. Let's do this. Let's see what we get. Honestly, I might spec into the durability. I mean, you know what? We don't need durability damage reduction, because we, in fact, just crazy high levels of unbreaking. That's all we need. And also, just eliminating the vault dwellers. And now we grab you, and we get our coins. I just need all the coins. Just steal them. Yoink them. Also, if you are watching the shortened cut of these videos, you can watch the extended cut for $1 a month on the YouTube membership thing. If you become a YouTube member for $1 a month, you get to see the videos early as soon as I finish making them and getting them uploaded. And then you also will get to see the extended cuts of stuff, because I have decided that I'm going to gate that behind. What we're gonna do is just continue looting. Anything special down here? Does not look like it. Okay. Anything special in the chests? Ooh, that's a champion mob. So, champion mobs for in the vaults, are those guys with the trophy above their head. They are quite strong. They hit really hard. They usually have a special ability. Some of them poison you when you hit them. Some of them have thorns. The chances of the champion mobs dropping something insane is actually quite high. So just keep that in mind. Champion mobs, very good. Make sure that you take them out if you see them. They do hit hard, so you need to be a little safe, but that's all you gotta worry about. Now, we just continue looting. Anything else? Anything over there? I think we already looted that POI, but let's see what's up here. Okay. Let's see the next room. Anything special? Well, it's a dead end. Okay. Well, that ornate POI is quite high up. We're gonna have to go get that, but yeah, I mean, hopefully we don't get knocked off. If I crouch, they can't see me. Oh, he's right here. Okay, perfect. So we got you guys. Anything special? Because, I mean, any anvil's better than no anvil. Let's just be real. And let's just break ourselves down here. Okay, and loot the rest of the stuff. It looks like there's a gilded POI over here. So we get this gilded chest, and then there's two stacked on top of each other. So if we get the one under first, Then we get the top one. Pretty dope. You'll love to see it. Just use the bottles of enchant. Shoot, I could have used those to repair my pickaxe, but I forgot about that. So it's all good. What's downstairs? Let's just move on from that blunder. Yet another blunder by me. Whoever could have guessed that I would make a mistake? That's not usually how I work, right? For people that have been watching for a while, I very often make stupid mistakes. Anywho, let's grab you guys. I don't need Vault Sweets. We got another Omega Wooden Chest, which is, I guess we'll take out the mobs. That guy has a good particle as well, so take you. That particle effect, by the way, is the particle effect for mobs that have an ability, which gives you absorption hearts. So we're definitely going to instantly use that, which having passive healing in the vaults, just take out these mobs and then we'll go back up and complete the vault because we have nothing else really to do. Let's get more protection. Of course, always make sure to use as much protection as possible, and let's go. Oh, ow. Ow, you set me on fire. Holy, I am speed in water. Dolphin's Grace goes crazy. What? That was so fast. It was like uncontrollably fast in water. I think that's also because Depth Strider. Depth Strider plus Dolphin's Grace goes a little crazy. But it's all good. Perfection. Drop down, grab that, and now we just go back up. We get the whatever it's called, the lodestone, and then the vault is complete. Quite amazing, to be perfectly honest. Is with that vault, that's a living POI. We want to get that first, I think. And then the other thing is on the other side, so we just got to make sure that we go fast, get the living POI, and then we skedaddle skadoodle. Okay, perfect. We got them. Now we get the living POI. Always grab the knowledge essence and the meat because I don't need anything else. And now we can just kind of break ourselves our way down. And I don't want to have to worry about too much, so let's just go over and get the lodestone. Perfection, perfection, and now we've claimed the lodestone. We get everything. We got a bunch of other stuff. Again, my guess, 23,000 XP. Leave your guesses in the comments right now. Same with how many soul shards we got. I'm gonna guess 2,300. Okay, 31. Okay, you know what? More XP. Pretty dope. Level 9 already. Kind of insane. Kind of incredible, to be perfectly honest. 2 more skill points. Of course, these skill points are actually going to go into our very first ability, which is going to be Arcane. We're going to channel it into Rail to summon a magical arcane rail to hit a single mob with incredible power, dealing a percentage of your ability power in damage, triggering on-hit effects like clouds and chaining. Essentially, we just get a rail gun. Pretty cool. I know. Pretty sick. Could get some vault gear, but I do need to sort through all of the stuff first, and then we'll get to it momentarily. Okay, well, we get our last knowledge shard, then we can combine our vault diamonds with our extraordinary bennettite into knowledge cores, then turn those into knowledge stars, use those to get ourselves 2 points of knowledge. And now what we can do is we can actually unlock some knowledge stuff. We also have our bounty crate from our completing our bounty, which is quite amazing. We can also we can get a new bounty. I think we do need a chest plate, but I don't want Scrappy Plus, so we can, I guess, reroll until we get a better. Well, it looks like Scrappy Plus will have to do, because that's the only thing I can get. So, you know what? Fair enough. Okay, whatever. It's all good. We've got our 2 knowledge. What I'm going to do is we're going to put knowledge into, and then we're going to start saving up for refined storage so that we can have some actual storage system as quick as possible. But we're also going to need, I think, iron generators, so we should do that first. Next is going to be refined storage, which costs 2 points. The double pouches shouldn't be too expensive, I don't think. Double pouches, a pouch, some extraordinary Larimar. Okay, so we get you. How do I get a second pouch? Perfect Larimar. I need 2 vault diamonds. How many vault diamonds is this? 1 vault diamond. Okay, what about magical silk? 3, 2, and then 2 blocks. So we can turn those into blocks, I guess. And 2 of you guys. And now, what else did I need? I needed shulker shells, 4, and Now what we can do is we get ourselves a second pouch, and then I need Vault Essence, which thankfully we can get quite a bit of. It's very helpful, to be honest. Upgrade our pouch into a double pouch. Pick up upgrade, void upgrade, and now we can also do, if we get enough stuff, is we can get the stack upgrades, which will increase the amount of stacks we can have per slot in the backpack, which will be kind of insane. Of course, before we do anything else, we do want to roll the piece of vault gear. So we got a helmet, a sword, and a shield, all in Scrappy Plus. We could get something rare, could get something normal. We got a common plus helmet, or common helmet rather, with item quantity. We got our sword, worse than our current sword, and a shield with thorns. I don't want thorns right now. We want block chance if we can. Now, what about the common plus leggings? Of course, I'm gonna roll these together because they're common. It's not super important. It's all good. Let's see what we get. And common, 5 and 3, or 5 and 3.5. We'll go with those leggings first. Now, we'll roll these individually one by one. Let's see first what we get for the shield. Come on, give me something good. Epic plus, or epic, okay. Thorns damage again, but good soul quantity, good durability damage reduction, good effect avoidance. Over 5% block chance, I'll take it, it's fine. Boots, can we get better than our 5% item rarity? If we get like a good roll and good ability power, I will definitely take it. Item quantity, kinda bad. What about these leggings? Will these leggings be better than 5 and 3.5 with 5% item rarity? Or item quantity? No, they won't be. So these leggings are just better, I guess. And what we'll do is we'll take you guys off. And what we'll do is we'll take those guys. They have enchantments, so of course, Unbreaking 3, we'll get Respiration and Aqua Affinity, and then the leggings will get Unbreaking, and the shield will get Unbreaking as well. And what we're gonna do is, what you can do is we can use the old stuff. Oh, it doesn't work anymore. I guess you can't use the old stuff for upgrading your current new stuff enchantments, but it's all good. It's not too big of a deal. We'll worry about that in the future. We are getting prepared to run into this vault, and then we've got one more, and our goal for this episode is getting to level 15. Probably not going to stop till we hit that, but we have quite a bit of other stuff as well, and there's some quests we can claim. So bounty table, complete a bounty, we need to do that still. We acquired a tool station, which is dope. And I guess the bounty pearls can go back into here. We have a current active vault, find vault plating. Are either of these guys very good? Nope, not really, so might just refresh them. But what else is in here? Vault tools, craft a chromatic iron pick. What do we need for that? It's not very expensive, so I might do it and exchange the enchantments on our current pickaxe for it. I think that's what we'll do, because 9 chromatic iron, 2 driftwood, it's not bad at all, because we can do that immediately, which is great. And so we get that guy, we crafted him, and then what we need to do next is the jewel applicator, so that we can apply all those jewels to the pickaxe, and then we gotta switch all the enchantments off. Well, thankfully for the jewel applicator, it's not super expensive. I just need an anvil, some planks, crafting table, and a gemstone. I think I definitely have the gemstone, definitely have that. What else did I need? I needed crafting table and an anvil. Okay, just make a crafting table, and then the jewel applicator is ours, which is perfect, because now what we can do is, in our anvil, let's get the enchantments off of this, which is great. And now we should oh, I have to upgrade? Okay. I guess we gotta enchant it first. Well, I guess that's good enough for now. 10, 10, 10 works perfectly, and now all we gotta do is jewel applicator all of these guys, so that we have all of those jewels on there. We also have 1 jewel pouch, where we had a good jewel. Where did I put the jewel? There we go. Plus 1.5% item rarity. Pretty dope, to be honest. We'll apply that, and now we've got this pickaxe, which is great, and we're ready to run I guess we'll just run the vault. No reason to hesitate, no reason to stagnate. Let's just go in. Another elixir vault. Okay, I don't know when other vault types show up or anything, but what I do know is that we should be able to get quite a bit of good loot from this. I'm very happy about that. Also, I think I need speed boost, because we're a little bit slow right now. And you know what? It's all good. It's fine. Please let this guy drop speed. A speed totem would be massive. What kind of cool. Fertility. Animals in the area become fertile. You know what? Fair enough. It doesn't want me being, you know, it doesn't want me being some wait, what spawned here? What spawned? Let's just try and take him out nice and slow, because I do not necessarily want to deal with that. Also, we got some levels. We got 1 level, in fact, which means we now have protection level 10, which means we take quite a bit less damage from enemies, which is great. And now what we should do is slimes spawn poison usually when you kill them, so you always gotta take a step back, which is great, because, well, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I was just explaining. Essentially, the mods that have been added, I'm trying to work on getting them into the description. I know I didn't for the first 2 episodes. I'm gonna work them back in. They should be in by the time this episode airs, as well as I'm gonna be making weekly long versions of these, where it'll essentially be a mashup of the week's episodes and just showcasing that. And I hope that you guys will enjoy that, because honestly, it's a lot of fun doing this, and I hope to just continue to be able to do this, because it's a lot of fun. It's just really great to, you know, have a community of people who like watching me do stupid things. And you know what? It means the world to me, so thank you. And we can get rid of you guys. I'll take the moss, because we can sometimes use moss. I mean, it's not super useful, but we'll definitely take it. Free enchantment, I'll take that too, just because we can potentially use it for something in the future, but I'm very happy about that. Anyway, looks like there's one... Nope, we've completed all the POIs in here, so now we just gotta go on to the next room. We also got another level up, which we're now putting into random luck, because we can get randomly lucky sometimes. You know what? It's pretty cool. But I'm not allowed to use it until I get the wings. Okay, well, we can fly, I guess, after I get enough XP. How much XP is it for flight? 30 levels. Okay, so we need 30 levels for us to be able to fly with just creative flight, but I need the wings first, which means I need an elytra, which means I should probably try and find an elytra in the quests, in the bounties, I mean. Because I think one of them gives us an elytra, and then we can craft the wings and use them, which will be big. But honestly, I don't even know. Like, this is just, it's just, why did it have to be flight, like, off rip? I wanted, like, wither, poison, something else, but of course it's just flight, you know? Fair enough. I'd prefer speed over flight right now, because it's gonna take me a bit to actually get the, one more room. I think this is a dead-end room, so I'll have to go to the sides, or go back and go to the sides, but it's not too big of a deal. We got 8 minutes left, loot up one more room, then we get out, and then we run another one after seeing what kind of levels we've got. I do think if we can, trying to find an ore room in that next one's probably a good idea too. Or just trying to find a bunch of living chests, I don't know. But I definitely do need a speed totem so that we can get a little faster, because maybe if we don't get speed quick... Okay. Poisoned again. Apparently I just can't hit silverfish with my railgun either. How long is the poison? 4 seconds. Okay, so we will live without having to worry too much about it, but oh my gosh, is that terrifying. Anyway, at least we got that. What else did I get from that? I got slowness. Honestly, mobs around me having slowness. At least we have it in the back burner, you know? It's all good. Leave your guesses in the comments how much you guys think XP will get. If you guys are close, I'll probably just heart your comment and respond. But yeah, honestly, if you want to see the extended versions of these videos, make sure to become a YouTube member, because the extended editions are members only. I do appreciate all of the support from the current members, and you know what? Thank you guys so much for just continuing to stand by. And what are you? Speed finally got speed. Holy, speed is gonna be so big. If we can get another speed totem, we might go crazy here. I'm not gonna lie. Because speed plus the jump boost is gonna stack and go crazy. More mobs. Yes. That guy has a totem too. And we got another jump boost totem. Okay, I think I need 3 totems to combine to make a new one that has like a small chance to be a higher rarity. So we just keep gathering jump boost totems, I guess. It is what it is, it's fine. Okay, more mobs. But we can get to level 10 for that, which is perfect. And then I think from here, maybe a little bit of agility and attack speed as well. Because I want to try and make it so that no matter what weapon I use, I can just spam attacks. Because that's going to go kind of crazy with some on-hit effects with the later game vault stuff, which might be a little crazy. Anyway, where is a lodestone? Let's go see if we can find one. Well, I found a room full of diamonds, so I guess I'll spend, 2 minutes just getting a stack of diamonds, or half a minute rather. It did not take long at all to get a stack and 10 diamonds. So, you know what? I think we're good on diamonds for now. If I need them for vault recipes, we still have them. We can always go back to more rooms like that whenever we want. We could also just go mining, but I do want to at least try and get ourselves some of the XP from this stuff, because opening every chest gives us more XP. Each chest gives XP related to the type of chest it is, and then also the rarity, so... Okay, I mean, fair enough. It's cool, I just don't know why, but I'll take it. We got some other stuff as well, pretty amazing. Living POI as well. This room is kind of nuts. Okay, let's just do this. We get all the knowledge essence, and now we will skedaddle, because the lodestone's right down here. Perfection! Vault completed! Hooray! Okay, let's just go drop down real quick. Other stuff to go through too. We should probably just make as many diamond blocks as we can, because we already have, 6 from that vault, which is hilarious to me that we just get diamond blocks from vaults, just from the mobs in them, giving us some random rare drops. But you know what? We'll definitely take it. Anything in here? Not really. I'm tempted to exchange the flight and some other stuff for something, but we're not going to, just because flight's rare. It's really hard to get. We're gonna keep it for now. What we will do is put our jump boost totems in here, as well as the enchanted table, and I think that those 3 will all go in there too. And let's just eat up these bottles of enchanting, and we can chuck everything else into here. Got a couple more jewels as well. We can go through them. 1.4, close to max for item quantity, and max plus extra stuff for item quantity again, which is huge. We'll equip them. Perfect. Some item quantity, some vanilla immortality, some durability. You'll love to see it. Let's at least claim this crystal and see what our next one's gonna cost, and then we can go through the rest of the stuff for that first crystal. Honestly, pretty cool. Plop you in there, close the door, into the chest. There we go. And now, I guess we'll just see what kind of loot we got. It looks like we got a rare plus shield and chest plate, so we needed a vault chest plate. Happy we found one. Will this helmet be better than our current one, though? Who knows? Our current one's common. Will this one be common? Worse. Worse. Okay, so the answer is we're not using those, which is fine. It's not too big of a deal. Honestly, pretty decent chest plate, and shield kind of dookie. But we can at least, I need emeralds. Where do I have to go talk to... I have to go get emeralds from some people. Okay. Well, the fisherman came in hella clutch, because we got a bunch of emeralds for coal there. So, that's pretty dope. And now we have a actual chest plate, which is great, because... Oh my gosh, was that bad without a chest plate? Anyway, let's roll the magnets. If we get anything special, it is what it is. We do have an expertise point, which I am tempted to put into experienced, and that's exactly what we're going to do. So now we get 10x the normal experience. What we're also going to do is we're going to level up arcane, because it will... Actually, this will just increase the damage. Maybe we put 2 levels. I mean, the damage is pretty high. I want it get it to max so that we get it the time lessened, but for now it's all good. And we can go a little bit more into intelligence as well. And in the future, we're gonna spec into a bunch of different things. We got a rare plus. 7 item rarity. Pretty good implicits. So, you know what? The range is short, but that's fine. Honestly, that's pretty dope. What kind of vault? We're looking at 3 vault platinum is our net worth, you know? Not too shabby, not too shabby. We have a ton of driftwood. What am I gonna use all this driftwood for? Who even knows? But at least we have it. Pretty cool. We could start replacing our chests with the other chests, which maybe I do. I don't remember how big these chests are, though, so I guess we'll find out in a second. Honestly, it's almost the size of a double chest, so it's not bad. Yeah, I guess we'll start just dumping our other stuff into there. Maybe just bulk stuff, so like the driftwood, the vault essence, the scrap, and then the carbon stuff, as well as the silk, I guess. So all the bulky stuff we'll just chuck into here. For now, at least. For now. We're gonna have other stuff to you know, move stuff around in the future, but for now, we'll just chuck it all in here. Get ourselves a bunch of refined carbon for that. And I guess these chests can go into there. And what we can do is we can make, let's see. We can probably make an entire another knowledge star. So, let's see. I need almost make 2. That's kind of crazy. Okay, I need 16 Benny Toit. I am going to, of course, just start stacking some levels. We also did get a bounty, so we can claim that, which will also give us the quest completion. So we can get you guys, we can get you, we can craft jewels. Level 5, we get expertise points, which is cool. And we also just have forging gear unlocked. Submit 18 crimson stems. It's just from the nether. We'd have to go to the nether for that. I don't want to do that yet. Gather elixir in a vault for 6 bennytite. Not really worth it. Use the totem. Wrong totem. I meant to grab my ability bottle. We can use the totem, and then we can put flight back onto the bottle so we have it saved. And then we can combine the jump boost stuff together in a bit. But for now, I think the netherite goes in there. The seal will go in there for now, at least. And we can use up all these guys. Nice and easy. And now we need a bone. I need some terracotta, which will just be clay. And then 4 seeds, which is actually great, because that's exactly how many seeds I have. I need more copper as well. Honestly, it won't be too difficult, but hopefully this next vault will get us to... It's a brazier vault, so we will be able to get that vault objective completed for our bounty, which is great. And we'll just be able to run around and do stuff. So let's see what we can find in this beautiful, beautiful vault. I think I did the wrong thing, but you know what? It's all good. There we go. Perfect. And of course, there's traps now, which is super annoying. But it is what it is. Holy. Okay, I just had a really bad sneeze. I think I'm, you know, paused in time, but holy. Anyway, let's get everything we possibly can from this beautiful, beautiful vault. Let's see what we get in totality. It looks like there's some ornate chests over here, which is great, and some anvils, which you'll love to see. Boom, you've been blasted by my rail gun. I blasted it out of my hand. It's great. I think it blasts from the shield, but you know what I mean. Anyway, 3rd anvil. Okay, cool. What's nothing else over there? It's all good. That guy has poison, so we're gonna make sure to eliminate him first, because poison's a little bit scary in the vaults. Block. There we go. So it blocks us from having those shards go into our backpack immediately now. Right? Yes. Good. Ooh. Richer ores. 15% copiously. Copiously essentially gives a small chance to double the amount of stuff you get when mining vault ores, which is pretty cool. And it just scales very, very special. And it's pretty amazing, because you just get, you know, double drops sometimes. Which might help if we find some ores, which means I probably should look for an ore POI, because that'll give a lot of XP too. But I don't know. Maybe we look for an ore room. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to run around until I find an ore room. If I can. I mean, it's not really an ore room, it's more like an ore POI, but I'll take it for now, you know? Nothing shabby, free ores, you'll love to see it. Let's see, 1 Benny, okay, we got 11 from it, which is big. That means we can, in fact, make another beautiful, beautiful, handy-dandy thing. We could go for obtaining some of the, some more stuff from the braziers if we wanted to. I don't know, I kind of want to. You know what, screw it. We're gonna take some shortened, and it gave us a bitter lemon, which is great, because that adds extra time to the vault, but it costs us a percentage of our health, which is super lame, so never gonna use that, but it's fine. Maybe we find another ore room, who knows? That is one big dude. Okay, we got him. Well, I can't find an ore room, but I can find ore POIs, apparently, just small ones. This one has quite a bit of ores, though, which is great. Sounds like we hit a couple copiously procs in there as well, because we've got like 20-something%, thanks to our magnet, but fortunately it doesn't seem like there's going to be a whole ton more that we're going to be able to get this vault, which is, I mean, I'm not going to say it's not expected, but it would have been nice if we could have. Yeah, but I think we got plenty, so I think I'm just going to head right out of the vault, and we're just going to escape with what we have. I'm going to guess that we're going to gain 28,000 experience. I don't think we're going to get from level 12 to level 15, though, unfortunately. Well, we've got plenty of loot, so let's just skedaddle, because I do not want to waste any more time. We got 2 minutes, 30 seconds, so, yeah, my guess is 26,000. Leave your guess. Come on, let's see what we get. Come on. 24,000. So I was close. Not super close, but close enough-ish. Kinda. One more vault should do the trick as long as we get a good amount of XP, which, I mean, we probably will. So, I don't know, do I want to end the episode here, or do I want to try... You know what, we'll push it till we hit level 15. Screw it. We also got another level of absorption, which is big. We can do that. We also got some more diamonds, some more random damaged anvils. We also completed a bounty, which is big. We can plop you down and grab you. We get a bunch of stuff from that too. And it looks like we got a little bit of vault gear. A lot of other stuff though. Honestly, we got some gems too, which is pretty massive. So I'm gonna, you know, I'm gonna stay positive because of that. Thanks to the gems. We also got the netherite that we need, which is perfection rather. And, well, I'll empty out the driftwood and the vault plating as well, just so that we have a little more space for this next little bit, because we're gonna run one more, so we gotta make sure that we got space in our inventory, you know? That's just how it's gonna be. It's all good. Got you guys, and then we can... course, compress you guys as well. Perfection. There we go. And now we can roll. We'll roll the scrappies all at once, and then I might as well just roll everything all at once, but it's fine. What kind of stuff will we get for combining these? Who knows? That chest plate's big for the attack damage and item rarity, but I like our current one better. Current one, pretty baller, pretty boss. Shoot, the max item rarity is really calling to me though. Yeah, we're going item rarity. I can't help it. I'm too greedy. I need that item rarity. I need it so bad. Anyway, it looks like those guys are gonna have to get chucked out too. I might have to start using this chest as well. Let's see what we get on you guys. Anything crazy? I do need a new weapon. So I might switch to this axe if it's great, because our current sword is the level 0 sword. Shield, not as good as our current one. Those boots, not as good as our current boots, although they're pretty darn similar. Really good ability power, though. Shoot, this is the stuff that's like, it's so tough. I think we'll leave them for now, and then let's see what we get on you and the focus. If we get a good focus, I might replace our shield with it. Who knows? Depends on what we get. Sword, 16 attack damage with a 30% double damage chance, 1.6 attack speed, soul quantity, heart frag, stun chance as well. Blizzard arrow, you know what? This stuff's not great. It's kind of lame. Well, I guess we can try and combine the totems. It gives me step assist. What about if I switch stuff around? Step assist. What about if I switch stuff around? Step assist still. Okay, what about if I combine you with jump boost? Still just step assist. Okay, you know what? That's fine. It's all good. It's all good. It is what it is. We're not gonna complain too bad. You know what? It's all good. It's all good. Anyway, let's combine the knowledge essence, and I guess I'll pull out the rare stuff as well, so just so that we have it. There we go, perfection, and now we just need to complete this vault crystal. Okay, so all we gotta do to complete the crystal is get our clay, and then we smelt the clay, and then we get our copper, we do that. Now we just gotta wait for the clay to turn into terracotta, and then we've got ourselves some beautiful handy dandy terracotta that we can use on you. Perfection. Okay, we get you, and then run our last vault for this episode. Hooray. Okay, we got you. Level 14 crystal. Let's get it. I wish I could increase the damage on our sword, because right now it's kind of dookie, but it's all good. It's fine. Well, let's not waste any more time. Let's just go in. We just need to hopefully... It's an elixir vault, a deep crag, deep slate, I think was what the name of the vault was. Why does the vault have a name? I guess that's the theme. That's what it's like structured around. It's pretty cool. But let's see what we can get. Normal room right off the bats. Nothing too crazy. Of course, we mostly are gonna look for ornate chests and other stuff because I do need a better sword because our current sword is quite dookie. Let's just be 100% real. I'm also going to not try and loot all of the wooden chests, but I am going to try and open them so we can at least get the elixir and XP for them. And if we get anything super crazy in them, I will grab it, like the chest scrolls or other stuff as well. So just go, and some more ornate chests, as well as a dude with a totem. What totem is it? Slowness. Honestly, pretty dope. Slowness is very useful to us right now, so I will definitely take it. Thank you very much. Also, you know what? Nothing too crazy from those ornate chests. There's a couple dudes over here. Anything up here? Little or POI. Okay. Let's see. Anything crazy? Just some Benny and some Laram. Wait, how did I miss that? There's more down here. I guess I've missed that every single time I've seen this kind of POI. So, you know what? A little bit stupid for me. But it's all good, because we found it this time. And that means we learn. And if you're learning, you're winning. Anyway, let's see what else is down here. Maybe something else will be special down at the bottom floor, but who knows. Okay, I'm about to take fall damage. My poor feet. My poor feet have such a hard time with how I play this game. But you know what? It's all good. Because I'm not crippled IRL. And you know what? That's a dub. Anywho, let's just continue carry on looting. Maybe we find some more ornate chests. Who knows? That'd be great if we could. But it's not looking like we're getting any luck. We got a bunch of traps. So, you know what? It's fine. That guy's fast. Holy. Okay. More totems. More other stuff, too. Magnetize, which is just like a base magnet for me. So I don't even need to have a magnet, and stuff will be slowly attracted to me, which is quite cool, to be honest. So at least we have that now. And we can also we got some boots. Big. Very happy with some vault boots. And let's take you out. Anything special, please give me something special. Nope. Okay, you know what? Hopefully we can find something better in the remainder of this vault, like some more ornate chests, because I really, really do need a new sword. So, like, please, vault gods, hear my plea, give me a new sword. Please. There's a hidden room back here. I knew it. Ooh, it's ores too. Okay, let's see. Any player gems? Anything special? Let's see. Come on now. Nothing great. Okay, you know what? It's fine. It's all good. Not too big of a deal. All we gotta do now is look like there's some gilded stuff over there. We can open up these chests as well. I took out all the mobs beforehand. And come on now. Let's just see. Anything special over here? Hey, lasered. I'm a firing my laser. Okay, well, it looks like there's not an insane amount of stuff here. We're getting some jewel pouches, which are big, but I would definitely prefer some other stuff for these beautiful chests. to have inside of them. Potentially them being ornate chests instead, so that we could get some vault gear, so I could get a new sword. That'd be very helpful, but instead, you know what? It's alright. I guess we'll just keep on taking out the mobs, keep on trying to find some stuff. It is what it is. We'll find whatever we find. Who knows? Well, I just killed a mob and it gave me a netherite pickaxe, which is, you know what? Pretty cool. I'm not gonna really use it, but thank you. I mean, thanks. Let's just, I guess we'll just go to the next room. There's not much else for me here. Our attack speed's quite fast, so we can't quite spam yet. It's very close. Maybe we can after this. No, not quite, but we can definitely click quite fast. No spamming like crazy though, unfortunately. And honestly, a chromatic iron room might be helpful here, because we can get a bunch of chromatic iron, and we're gonna need a ton for the chromatic steel and black chromatic steel in the far future. So getting a ton of this right now instead of having to waste resources later game to get some, probably a good idea. Although I don't want to spend all of my time in here, because we still definitely do need to get some more stuff so that we can get to level 15 after this vault. But of course, no rush, so we can take our time. You know, it's all good. Getting a bunch of random deep slate as well, unfortunately, but it's fine. It's all good. Now let's see what else we can do. By the way, I'm sorry if I sound a little weird. I'm a little sniffly now. I don't know what happened. I think something happened and I'm now sniffly. Might be getting sick. If I'm getting sick, you know, you guys will probably know soon. They'll probably make a post about it, but yeah. Anywho, I think that's all that I'm going to do for this particular room. I do think that's plenty chromatic iron for now, at least. Get the deep slate out of there so that I can chuck it away into a chest in a second. And we still have some other stuff to find, so hopefully we can find some more ornate chests, please. I'm begging you, vault gods, please give me the ornate chests. It's an ore room, so, you know, not the end of the world, but still a little bit unfortunate. Especially considering that I don't think I have a lot of space in my particular, you know, in my backpack. So hopefully we don't run out of space, because that could be really bad, but it's fine. It's all good. All we gotta do is just run around. We get as many ores as we can. It doesn't look like these POIs, they barely have any ores, so we're just gonna ignore that one. I guess we'll go up and see if there's anything up top, but there probably won't be. Maybe we'll find a player gem. I mean, who really knows, right? Well, I guess no player gems, unfortunately. We did get a bunch of benitite, though, which is great. Of course, a ton of Larimar, because that's always what's going to happen. Get one more speed totem as well, which is massive. Because now we're even faster than before. Soon we'll be going sonic speed, but till then, for now, this is just how it's going to be. And it looks like this is a normal... I went off path a little bit, but it's fine. It's not a big deal. It's all good. I just need ornate chests. Give me the ornate chests, please. Finally, some ornate chests, please. Just a vault sword. Honestly, oh my gosh. A free vault sword, I will definitely take it. Common plus as well, not bad at all. We're kind of... We're to spammable. We're to spammable territory with our sword now. We got 10 minutes left. I think I'm going to spend as long as I can in here, just trying to get as much loot. Or just opening up as many chests as possible. So maybe I just keep running around, seeing what I get. I don't know. I would love some more ornate chests, though, because more vault gear is more better. More vault gear just, it'll stack so good. You'll love to see it. But it looks like we're going to be getting some coins instead. Honestly, I'll take some coin piles. Coin piles, not the end of the world. Pretty decent, to be honest. Ourselves all these guys, get ourselves guys, perfect. Take out you. Some more ornate chests, okay, great. Some new leggings, potentially. Nothing in that guy. An ornate chest scroll, pretty dope. Our backpack's full now, but that's all good. Or normal wooden chest. This is another ornate POI back here, just tucked back. All the way tucked, it's crazy. Poisoned, of course. Why wouldn't it be poisoned? But, no, it's all good. We're gonna get plenty of stuff, and you know what? I do think we just head up. We get stuff. Actually, the stuff up there is gonna be hard to get. Let's just continue on to the next room. Okay, well, we got a bunch of chests, 4 minutes left. Let's just complete the vault. Of course, looking absolutely beautiful. Vault complete. Now what we'll do is, I think we're just gonna go through everything. We've got a bunch of stuff to claim and to go through, so that'll be nice. Definitely should have picked a bounty before going in there, but it's all good. We hit the level up, which is perfect. Level 16 even. Some extra vault gear. I'm gonna have to sort stuff out real quick. Okay, now that everything has been sorted through, we ended up getting a ton of stuff. I had to craft up a bunch of perfect Larimar and perfect gems. Let's see what our next vault crystal is gonna cost. Not too bad whatsoever. We should be able to get that quite quick, which is great. Very happy. Get you guys, we get you and you. That's that taken care of. Now I just need to make some arrows and stuff. We got 2 pieces, or 2 swords to roll. We got some other stuff to roll too, so let's roll that stuff first, because we mostly just need to replace our new sword, because our sword's stupidly old. Honestly, terrible shield, terrible magnet, terrible pants. Why everything bad? Everything bad. Also, let's see what levels we can put into stuff. I think I'm gonna just put both of them into arcane, so we can go even better. It's gonna cost more, but overall it's pretty dope, so not super unhappy about it. Item rarity still on the boots is definitely better. What about our leggings? Anything crazy? Current leggings, 5% item quantity, so nope, new leggings kind of bad, so none of those we're gonna use. What about sword? Anything good with swords? Let's see. Anything crazy? I'll take anything. Scrappy. 15 damage, 15 damage. This one has chaining attacks. Our current one has chaining attacks. I think we go chaining attacks. I think that's the play. I'm also going to take off night vision because it's kind of ruining the ambiance of most of this, so we're going to do that. Of course, our vault crystal is going to go right here. We're going to get some sleep to day 20. And now, I do think it's about time that we make ourselves the Vault Forge, of course the Vault Artisan Station, and a Vault Recycler. And of course these things are all going to give us some stuff, but overall we're not going to worry about that, except for going into the quests to claim them. Acquire Vault Forge, we got that. Scrapping Vault Gear, acquire Vault Recycler. We also need to forge a magnet in the Vault Forge. We also have a couple knowledge stars and a mod box, which will give us some knowledge shards as well, which is great. Now what we're gonna do is, I don't know, do I want to set this up outside? You know, we'll set it up right here. It doesn't really matter too much. And let's make sure that we click our Vault Gold into our pouch, of course. And what we can also do is put the Vault Alloy in here and craft ourselves up a Vault Magnet, which is nice because it's rare, although it's kind of bad, especially considering our current magnet. So, you know, maybe not the magnet we really wanted, but who cares really? Acquire an alchemy table. We got a little bit more vault alloys, so we could roll for some new stuff, especially boots and leggings, since we don't really have a new set of either of those. But you think for now we still have a couple other things that we do need to take care of. Also kind of make sure that I don't pick up Vault Gold with that. And Artisan Station, acquire an Artisan Station. I already have one, so we just got to pick it up again. Pop you down. And now we grab you, and we need to re-roll some modifiers. So this is where the vault plating will come in, which is why we have a ton of it, and why I haven't been really throwing it away, because it just all goes in here, and then we can re-roll. And 7 item rarity, it's okay, but we don't have the copiously on it, and the pickup range is a little short, so I think regardless, we're not going to use it, we're instead just going to scrap it, but we do get to claim that as completed, which is great, so we don't have to worry about that. What is nice as well is that we get Vault Scrap, which we can turn into proficiency, and potentially get better and better gear in our Vault Forge. What I'm also going to do, though, is grab an ornate chest scroll, grab ourselves some driftwood, and we're going to make ourselves a beautiful handy dandy ornate chest to store these focuses in, because we're gonna need to, because there's gonna be a lot of them. Anyway, we should probably come over here and grab the rest of our other focuses things, and we can also Chuck the carbon in there because we don't really need to worry about it. And we can actually make ourselves a new set of boots, as well as leggings, and potentially get something pretty good, although our current ones are pretty decent, and neither of those are very good. So what I think we're going to do is we're going to scrap all of our old gear, and that is going to help us upgrade the potential in our Vault Forge to get even better gear off rip right here, and that's just what we're going to do. We're going to scrap all this stuff, just kind of see what we end up getting. Now, thanks to scrapping all that, we have 178 Vault Scrap, which we're going to turn into getting us to Adept, which is just Common Plus, but we have a 4% chance to get a greater modifier, which is great, as well as we got 16 Vaulterite, which thankfully, when we combine it in here, we get some Vault Alloy with, of course, Chromatic Steel. So now we have 17 Vault Alloy, which will let us roll some stuff. We can't go super crazy, but we can at least potentially get a better set of leggings. These ones are pretty decent, although we do need item quantity on something, so 7% item rarity again. Honestly, that's kind of nuts, as well as the current one's ability power, crazy. We might try re-rolling or getting a new leggings, just because these are potentially, they could be better, especially considering the fact that they only have 6% healing efficiency and 10% effective ones, which are minimum rolls, so maybe we get something better? Not really. Okay, what about you? 5% item quantity, but again, minimum rolls for effective ones and healing efficiency. A little bit more armor though, which is nice. Let's roll them one more time. Less item quantity, the same other stuff. You know what? These two will have to do for now, and we're gonna have to enchant them and everything. That's exactly what I'm going to do real quick. But we also have some knowledge to go through, and what I think we're going to do, we go belts, we go stack upgrades. I think right now, though, we really want stack upgrades or refined storage. But I really want stack. I think we go stack upgrades. I can't help it. I just can't. And now, what is the first stack upgrade going to cost us? Honestly, not very much. Okay. Well, I guess we'll scrap these, we'll enchant these, and then we'll get into our level 16 vault. Well, I was thinking about it while I was getting that taken care of, and I realized we still have yet to make ourselves a black market. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Although I don't even know if we've unlocked it. We have unlocked it, so we can use it. So I think what we're going to do is we'll just plop it in the corner, and we can potentially get some pretty good stuff from here. We have 11,000 soul shards, which what I want to do right this second is I'm just going to buy a bunch of random items. We're just going to gotcha pull it. Let's see what we get for item number 1. 1 Vault Platinum. Honestly, pretty dope. What about item number 2? A Repair Core. Pretty dope, to be honest. What about number 3? Scrappy plus Sword. Okay. Number 4. Scrappy plus Wand. Okay. Number 5. A Knowledge Star. You know what, I'll take it. Number 6. A Hamburger. Okay, number 7, another hamburger. Honestly, I will definitely take it. Get ourselves those hamburgers eaten up. Of course, we have 2 pieces of vault gear to run for that, which is great. A repair core is massive because repair cores are really expensive. Sword, compared to our current sword, 15 attack damage, but we do have the, of course, heart frag chance, chaining attacks, and extra attack damage on that guy. So this one, and the wand for that matter, I think we're just gonna scrap, and then we'll run the vault. Okay, well, everything seems to be prepared. I did end up upgrading our pickaxe a little bit because I killed some random mobs during, I think, last night, and we got some more enchanted golden apples, so now Fortune 25, which is a little bit, insane on our pickaxe, but pretty decent. I'll say it's fairly good. Anyway, what we're gonna do, we'll just run this vault, I guess. It's a crazier vault, so we'll just kind of see what we get. I don't know, will there be anything special? Who knows? I think our goal for this particular episode is to get to day 25, as well as what we really want to do is, I think what we really want to do here, it's definitely going to be just prioritizing getting as many living chests as possible, and then what we also want to do is just complete as many vaults as possible, get to level 20, day 25, unlock the rarer stuff that we can get, as well as, of course, for the most part, these wooden chests are just worth opening for the XP. It's pretty decent, pretty cool. I don't know, I'm just very much enjoying getting to play Vault Hunters Plus, and just having it be as absurd as it really just should be with this. And I'm glad you guys are enjoying watching it as well. Of course, I will be making a 100 days video once we hit 100 days, but I'm also making weekly updates and everything, and I'm definitely going to be playing a lot more this week, so make sure to stay tuned for that. Oh, beautiful, bruh. Did not mean to make that pun, but you know what? We did it, so I'm not going to hesitate whatsoever. Anyway, it looks like there's another living POI up here, so let's just grab you, why don't we? And of course, let's just build ourselves over, even though I'm a little bit sped, but it's all good, because we're just chilling. I do think, though, that maybe getting some more knockback resistance would be a big thing, but I don't fully know. I did test the immortality theory when it comes to the way that Vault Hunters interacts with some of the other mods, and it does work. So that is going to be our late game plan, and to see that, you are going to have to stay tuned, because that's going to be a very interesting, but also relatively late game. I think we need to get to level like 67 in order to fully implement it and get the insane stuff going. So just make sure to stay tuned for that, because it's going to be a little while, but also not an insane amount of time. Also, I'm going to be posting some Valorant videos soon-ish, so stay tuned for that as well, because, I mean, you might want to miss it, but if you want to see me play Valorant again, just, yeah, leave a comment, because I just love posting whatever I enjoy posting, and you guys seem to enjoy everything that I enjoy making, so just thank you guys so much. I don't know what I did to deserve, you know, just the random fans that I have, but you know what? Thank you. So, from the bottom of my heart, it genuinely means the world to me that I get to do this. And, you know, I just really appreciate it. Why is that guy immortal? What added immortality to the vaults? What added immortality to the vaults? Oh! Apparently one of the, things that I grabbed added mobs being immortal to the vault, which is great. Although I don't think we can really take damage from them, so it's not too big of a deal, but it is just annoying. I do think our current damage reduction is stronger than they can hit, so actually not really. It seems like they can do a little bit of damage, but only like half a heart at a time, so you know what? Fair enough. I'm just here for some of the loot, but also potentially if we get some... Oh, hello there. We're taking a lot of damage. That's not good. That's not good at all. Okay, let's just do that. There we go. There's trap now. Holy, okay. That was a bit of a risk for, what, a common plus leggings at my current level, so you know, maybe not worth it, but it's all good. Okay, that's all I needed to remind me that we should not take anything that has ethereal as a brazier, because those things give it immortal. I forgot about that. That's really obnoxious, right? It's fine, it's fine. At least we found one player gem. That's the big thing. That's the big thing, and we're just getting an insane amount of Larimar. Holy, okay. I don't know if I'm ever gonna need Larimar after, you know, just mining some of this, but I might, because mine rooms cost, I think, what, 200 Larimar? So maybe we'll need them, maybe not, who knows. Ooh, black opal, that's quite rare, so I'm very happy. Looks good. 25 black opal from that one black opal ore, which is great. Anything back there? Larimar, of course, that's why you always check back there, because sometimes you get something that's a little bit more difficult to find. Anyway, I don't know why I put on that accent, that was weird. Okay, let's just come over here, and anything down here, it looks like we didn't get much, but you know what? That's fine. It's not too big of a deal. Actually, Upaline. Upaline was right there, so we did find some. 27 Upaline, 24 Gorgonite, which is kind of insane. But, I mean, it's Vault Hunters Plus. Come on. The mobs are getting more difficult much faster than they would in normal Vault Hunters, so it's valid. Anyway, one available point. What do I want to put it in? We'll go knockback resistance. Alternatively, hey, what about, did I open that chest? I don't think I did. There we go. It's open now, it's fine. Let's go down and see what we get. There's some soul shards down here that I left. I need a longer range magnet as well, because currently, a magnet is incredibly short, and I can't pick up half of the things that I end up dropping on the ground, which is kind of lame, but it's fine. It's mostly just soul shards, so it's not insanely... 30 seconds. We just didn't waste time. We got all the loot that we wanted to get. That's what really happened. That's all that happened. 26.5k XP. Not an insane amount of XP, though. Unfortunately, thankfully, we did get, of course, our 2 levels, which is great. And thankfully, that does mean that I can put more into... or I can put some into getting Witchery, or I could level up Arcane to the max. I do think Witchery, because of how powerful soul shards are, we go for that. Of course, the mana regen is already quite helpful as it is, but we did end up getting quite a bit of loot, so let's just go through that nice and quick. Of course, our augment's just going to go down there because we don't really need it. We did get some jewels, which are probably going to go just straight onto our pickaxe. Except for that one's kind of useless. That one's not great either. 1% item quantity, you know, minimum roll, so we're not going to use that one. Max roll item quantity, you know what, I will definitely take that one. But everything else kind of dookie. So those guys will just go in here too. And we do have some vault gear to roll, as well as a bunch of knowledge essence, which is great because that's all going to turn into some beautiful, beautiful knowledge shards first, and then we'll roll the commons, and then we'll roll the rares, just because we've got enough to roll them in order. But let's also just combine you guys. So 42 knowledge shards. Kind of insane. Let's be perfectly honest. 32, and then we get ourselves 8 for 40. That's kind of insane. Just not expecting that many. Anyway. This chest plate, kind of bad compared to our current one. Vault Axe was the only rare one, and the sword is not near as good as our current sword, so we're just going to leave that back there. Now, let's do this, where we, of course, need to combine these guys into you. That way we get ourselves our 4 knowledge cores, and that is going to be enough for all but one. So we just need, of course, our last little perfect Benny Toit, and then, of course, our last little knowledge core, and our 5th knowledge star. So, what I think we should do, vault map is big, costs 4. I don't know if we want that yet or not. Alternatively, we could go belts. Find storage is only 2. So what I think we're gonna do is vault map, find storage, we get an iron generator, we set that up, we get that going, and we just go with that. And I think that's the current plan. Although I do know that what we really want to do next is unlock botany pots, which costs another 4. So maybe we run another vault going for some insane living chest. For now we just relax for a second. 7 item rarity. I need item quantity again. Item rarity's fine, but item quantity is what we really need, plus our current ones are fairly decent, so I think for now we'll leave that. Our current one is Thorns damage. I'd love a good block chance, but again, our current one's epic with 17% soul quantity, which is big, and big effect avoidance, as well as durability damage reduction, which is big. To roll the wand, and if we get a really good wand that has arcane scaling, so it increases our level of arcane, charm, minimum soul quantity, absolute garbage. Honestly, a really pretty decent sword. Rare sword. Honestly, I might re-roll it for chaining. We get attack damage that's big too, and then these leggings I'm gonna re-roll until we get some kind of item quantity, I guess, because I don't think I can skimp out on these. Well, surprisingly, finding a bunch of flowers wasn't too difficult. It was just a little bit of a ways away and get back to our home, although for some reason on paths it just puts us into the ground, but that's fine. It's all good. We did get the flowers that we needed, which is great, and now we can get ourselves our vault crystal. Let's see what the next one is going to cost us. And then still gotta do the stuff for these guys. Unfortunately, check out what the next one's gonna cost us. Some dirt, some arrows, some gold, some seeds. Honestly, not bad at all. Let's scrap this stuff and roll this stuff, I guess. Now that is what I'm talking about. Let's see what we can get on the sword. Well, you know, we didn't get an insane roll, unfortunately, but we did get 3 attack damage, and then the 2 chaining attacks. It did cost us quite a bit of stuff, so very unhappy about that. But you know what? Overall, I'm gonna run this vault. Hopefully we get to level 20. If we can, that'd be great, but I don't know if it's super doable. Okay, well, day 25. Probably should empty my inventory out first before we run into the vault. Hey, let's run the vault. Let's go. Let's see what we get. Come on, anything special? Will it be an elixir vault? It's a brazier vault again. Okay, it looks like this is a frozen one, which means it could be a little bit dangerous. I did end up making a second thing that gives the enemies potentially being immortal, because that really was annoying last vault. Anywho, let's just see what we can end up getting. A bunch of living chests is actually kind of massive, because we needed those, but who knows what else we'll find. Shiver. Throws a lot of health, but cannot move very fast. You know what? It's all good, because that just gives us some free XP anyway. Anything over here? Not really. I guess we'll just go up, and then we can kind of skedaddle. Oh my gosh, the first thing that's actually happened in this vault, a champion. We got an Omega plus unidentified magnet. Excuse me? Champion mobs are just the way to go. Okay, we gotta find as many mobs as we can just to see if we can get in as many champion mobs as we can. I didn't realize champion mobs were that OP. What? I thought they only got more OP at higher levels. That's actually insane. Okay, we just need champion mobs. We just grind for free champions, I guess. This is absurd. What? Excuse me? Well, I was starting to head back, and I found some, beautiful little ore room. So we're just gonna casually loot this guy. Of course, we also got an echo gem from a previous one of the little braziers that you claim after the vault is like after you've gotten the ones from the objective. The other ones give you little things. It's like that one gave us another echo. Honestly, amazing, because echo gems are the rarest vault gem. I believe even in the JEI it calls them a legendary vault gem. They're the rarest and so hard to find, and you actually need quite a few of them for late game. So getting 2 this early on is quite amazing, and I'm very happy that we did. Although potentially it would be great if we could get a little bit more stuff. Also, it looks like our pickaxe is still taking some durability damage, so I may need to add some more unbreaking. We can always upgrade it in the future, and I probably will, but for now, we just gotta run out of the vault. We got a bunch of stuff, so I don't want to waste it at all. And let's just see what we ended up getting after we get out of here. Well, we've got a little bit extra time for this vault, which is great, because otherwise I wouldn't want to risk the stuff that we have, but it's all good. We got the stuff we got a bunch of stuff. Let's see how much XP we got. 32,000. Honestly, pretty dope. We got to level 20, which is perfect. We also got a bunch of stuff, thankfully 150 something knowledge essence, which is great. What does that put us to for knowledge shards? 20, which will give us an additional 2, which is great. That puts us on our way. I mean, it's not all the way to everything yet, but it's on our way, and you know what? That's all that really matters for right now, at least. So let's get ourselves those Benitite, extraordinary Benitites completed. And we'll get our knowledge cores, and then of course we get ourselves our beautiful handy dandy knowledge stars, which we will of course eat. We've got a bunch of stuff to roll, vault gear wise. Of course we got all this stuff. We also got the other stuff in here. We got an augment. I don't think we completed any bounties. We need to gather elixir for a bounty, but of course I also need to open up that bounty crate, because it's going to give us some more stuff that we can open. And I think what I'm going to do real quick is we're going to spec into some stuff. So, we have expertise to spend, and what I think I want to do, Marketer only gives us rerolls in the market. Bounty Hunter reduces our bounty wait period, so we can complete a ton of bounty. We can do Bartering, Artisan, Unbreakable, Infuser, Lucky Altar, Fortuitous Finesse, Divine. Honestly, I think we go Bounty Hunter. That seems like the best one right this second. And then 2 unspent skill points. Kind of tempted to go Horde Mastery, because it gives us immediately a plus 50% soul quantity for Horde type mobs. Could also go to Dungeon Mastery. Honestly, wait, when do we unlock dungeons? Is that in level 20? Dungeon Doors and Vendors. Okay, so we got to level 20. We unlocked Dungeon Doors and Vendors. So, I think what I might do is resistance against dungeon mobs, or we'll just do horde mastery for now. That's all we're gonna do. Not gonna worry about it. Not gonna overthink it. Just gonna go for that. Botany pots cost 4, so we're gonna wait for that. And I guess what I'll do, emeralds will go in there, and let's combine some of these to see what we end up getting. I do think I want to keep fertility so that we can get the whatever we need to breed around us breeding. But still falling water breathing step assist. Get haste for that. Okay, not bad at all. And another step assist. Honestly, I'll take 3 step assists. It's pretty big, so I will definitely take that. And, you know, a bunch of vault cobblestone. I guess we'll just tuck it into here. It's starting to fill up some stuff, so maybe I make another chest for it. Or use this living chest for it. I think that's what we'll do. It's planks. We'll chuck it in the corner, just so it's kind of out of the way. We don't really have to worry about it. And I guess we'll roll the gear now, and I'll sort inventory after I finish recording the episode. So, to roll our axe, our leggings, and our magnet. Of course, we have the Omega Plus magnet, which is definitely going to be our new magnet, so probably should take off our current magnet. Honestly, none of this stuff's really too great. The living is big, but it's on a scrappy plus gear piece, so, you know, we're not going to keep it whatsoever. Let's just move on. Let's get you guys going. Come on, come on. Anything great? Shield, not great. Sword, not great. Wand, not great. Leggings, not great. Okay, you know what? Not super unhappy. It just means that we're saving all of our luck for the Omega Magnet, which will be really, really good, right? Axe, we're not going to use. This chest plate, we could potentially roll some good stuff on it. So I will, because we can get some good stuff on it. Wand, will I don't know. But let's roll our Omega Magnet, and we'll see what we end up getting. Come on, give me something good. Give me something crazy good. Crazy good, crazy good. 6% item rarity, 4.5% copiously. We can re-roll some of this stuff, but honestly, the pickup range is pretty decent. Probably gonna re-roll till we get a higher item rarity. Honestly, they're pretty decent, so we do have to get ourselves a Vault Crystal, which I think we've got most of this stuff for, so it shouldn't be too bad. Do I have that many arrows? I do, thankfully. I have plenty of arrows. Now I just need some seeds, so we'll have to go over and maybe get lucky with some, will the leaves give us dirt? Maybe we'll get one eventually. Come on, maybe. Oh, okay, we got 9 seeds. I think that's enough. That's probably plenty, but you know, you can never hurt to have a couple extra, so it's fine. We got you taken care of. Now we can complete the Vault Crystal. Of course, the stuff's gonna go into our inventory, but that's fine. And what we're gonna do is pop you down, and it looks like this one is relatively cheap as well, which is great. You do love to see it, although you do need some bamboo, so maybe we'll find bamboo in a vault. Stone shouldn't be too difficult. The arrows shouldn't be too difficult either. But I guess we can run this vault, and hopefully we can find ourselves some beautiful dungeons and such. We also get some soul shards for unlocking the black markets. And essentially there's vendors and dungeon doors, which we need to find. There's also a bunch of other stuff that we need to go through. We'll probably do that afterward anyway. Emerald pens, crafting jewels, alchemy table, choosing your own objective. I still haven't gotten a seal yet, so maybe we'll get lucky with this one. Who knows? I do think, though, that we're just going to run into it. We're going to try and find ourselves some dungeon doors and vendors, because, and they also have a chance to have, or the dungeons have champion mobs guaranteed in them. We're going to try and find as many as we can. Ooh, found some more nate chests over here. Maybe there will be a dungeon down here. I am going through as many rooms as possible and just trying to find what I can. So I will definitely take it, but I don't know. We've already gotten another ornate POI before this as well in that first starting room, so I'm very happy with how this is going. We can find ourselves some doors, because that's what we need. And it looks like there's some gilded chests down here too, so we'll just slide on down and grab you guys. The difficulty for scaling health as well has gone up significantly, to the point where mobs have considerably more health, and our current damage output is not enough. So I may need to find something to decrease the health, and most of that is going to come from mobs in the overworld, so we might have to go finally fight ourselves some higher tier mobs in the overworld or something, but I think for now we're just gonna, keep running through the vaults, keep going. We're just kind of sprinting around, hopefully finding ourselves some stuff. I'm mostly going to be taking out these wooden POIs purely for the elixir from these wooden chests, because they're quite impactful, as well as, that actually, I almost missed that. That is our first dungeon door. And in these dungeons, you've got rooms, and you've got these guys, which are considerably stronger than normal mobs. But you also have these, which are essentially barrels that you have to mine. You can't open them, and the higher item rarity, item quantity, it does stack with it, so it goes kind of crazy in the future. We also gotta be careful because these guys hit quite hard, especially the boss mob, which may be spawning here in a moment. We do gotta be a little careful because we're going downstairs now. And it sounds like there's some dudes over here. Okay. Ow. Perfect. We got you guys taken out. Nice and easy. Of mobs do an insane amount of damage. That guy is poisoned. So if he hits us, we will get poisoned, which is something I want to avoid at all costs, because poison is awful for these vault runs, because again, poison will actually just kill you in the vaults, and it's a little obnoxious, but it's fine. It's all good. We got a bunch of loot there. There's also sometimes there is a little pedestal thing in there that can give us access to a particular modifier for our gear that will essentially just be really, really good. And we're going to make sure to keep a lookout for when we see that. Okay, there's a vendor right next to it as well, so we just get to complete both of these guys nice and easy. What gold we at? 74, so we can afford a little bit. And we'll just buy those hamburgers up, and I guess we'll just keep going and see if we can find some more dungeon and vendors, because they're pretty useful. I'm going to be perfectly honest. They're actually kind of insanely useful. So another thing that I should probably talk about is catalysts. Catalysts essentially allow you to modify vault crystals with particular attributes, and to get them we need catalyst fragments, which you find in wooden chests, which is why we're looting a ton of wooden chests, because maybe we're just unlucky or maybe they're rarer, but we just gotta keep a lookout. Just gotta keep us on our toes. Oh my god, we found another dungeon door, thankfully. That's great to see. I love to see it. Come on, anything great in here? Not really. Okay, what about you? Normal difficulty. Okay, unless it's an ornate, this might not be insanely worth it, but it's fine. We can now spam. It is an ornate. Okay, that's pretty big. We can spam, by the way, our weapons now, thanks to just having an insane maximum level of attack speed, so we can just, like, full spam our weapon, which is huge. I'm very happy about that, because it lets us do a considerable amount more damage, but we also need to be a little bit careful and a little bit worried. Okay, that's a champion mob. And he's trying to freeze us, which is great, because we just get to not have to worry about that. And come on, don't attack me, it's not worth it, I'm out of mana, I'm not out of mana. Okay, I, for some reason, just wouldn't let me cast. Maybe I was trying to cast it before cooldown was off? I don't know. Regardless, though, it does look like we're starting to get quite a bit of some of the beautiful, beautiful, handy-dandy vault gear that you can get from these dungeons. But, you know, we've got a considerable amount of vault gear from this vault, which is huge. We're also getting a considerable amount of XP thanks to the mobs in the dungeons having quite a bit of health. What I do think I want to do is get a little bit more just base attack damage. The max level's 100 for that. We could get agility to move faster, but I do think I want to go for more attack damage, just because it's going to be pretty helpful. And I think there was like one more area in this room that I have yet to discover, but I don't know. Maybe we'll find another dungeon or something. Now that is an offer that I do not think I can refuse. Omega Vault Leggings for 6 Vault Gold. We've got 63. I'll take it. We just got to be a little bit careful now. We got 8 minutes left. Maybe we can get a little bit more loot. Who knows? I don't really want to risk anything too crazy, so we'll go just a little bit slow, a little bit calm, relaxed, nice, and let's just get the stuff from over here, and then maybe we just find a lodestone and get out, because I don't want to risk the 2 Omega pieces of vault gear that we've found in this one singular vault, because that is actually insane. What? Well, I found an ore room next, and there's a champion spider, and we got an epic plus wand from it, which is just, this is insane. How am I getting so lucky with this? What? Okay, let's just try and get our one-off stuff into our backpack here. And then I guess we can get the gems and stuff into the other one, because I don't really want to worry too much about it, but like, oh my gosh. Holy, I don't know how much XP I'm gonna get for this vault. It might be 50,000. This is actually kind of insane, especially if we get a bunch more ores. This is gonna go crazy. Holy, okay, well, let's just see what we can get. I think there's stuff on the bottom floor too that we gotta grab. And I don't really want to miss anything, but we only have 5 minutes left, and I don't know where the nearest lodestone is, so I'm going to be a little bit... I think after this room, we just run through rooms until I find a lodestone, because I do not want to risk all of the stuff that we've gotten, because holy moly, there's a dungeon in here, too. Okay, let's just run through the dungeon real quick, because what the heck is even... And it's an ornate dungeon, which means even more vault gear. Let's just grab you, you know, just, yep, makes sense. Come on, let's grab you. This is actually insane. Level 20 is when it starts scaling crazy, apparently. That guy had a bow, and more dudes have spawned. These guys hit hard, which is why I'm being a little bit careful. Also, I kind of want to take one of these target dummies. So let's just grab one of them. And still gotta be a little careful. That guy's a bow. Perfect. Took him out nice and quick. And we just keep running through. Let's just keep going. Just keep going. This is probably one of the most intense videos that... We got another Omega. Okay, apparently just Omegas grow on trees now. Anyway, 4 minutes. 4 minutes. We gotta be careful. We gotta be quick. We gotta be careful. We gotta go fast. Let's just go nice and quick. I forget I can spam. I keep trying to hit at normal tempos for absolutely no reason. And it is screwing me up. Okay, there we go. So we're getting a bunch more gear. This guy is a boss. Come on. Holy, this is kind of insane. Okay, we are out of space in our inventory. Let's just click out all you guys. We can just click all this stuff into our backpack. This stuff will go out of there. That goes to go back in there. Okay, there we go. Our inventory is still full, but you know what? It's fine. 3 minutes, 53 seconds. Should be completely making sure that we have the time to get out of here. Holy moly, levels of loot. This is absurd. We still haven't gotten all of the ores from down here, but we've got 3 minutes left. It doesn't look like there's a ton over there. Looks like there's something over there. We'll grab this and then we'll head out. Because I don't want to risk a ton of stuff. So we're just going to take out all of you guys, grab you, and hopefully we can find ourselves a beautiful handy-dandy lodestone, because, oh my gosh, this has been insane. Okay, let's just go up, and, I guess we'll just go this way. Hopefully we find a lodestone. Okay, we found one in this room, which is great, because it does mean that I get to greed a little bit. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're just going to, you know... do a little tiny bit of just greeting some wooden chests, because I do want to try and get catalyst frag. Honestly, getting some of our coins back that we've spent this vault, probably big. Let's see how much we can get. So 20 vault bronze. Can I get any vault silver? 46 vault bronze, 50 vault bronze. Okay, 74 vault bronze, 4 vault silver. Honestly, not a terrible haul in the slightest. There's another dungeon. Oh my gosh. Barely spotted it as well. Ow. Ow. These guys are hit really hard. Okay. Let's just evade as much as we possibly can. Grab you. We got our first trinket. We got trinkets now. Oh my gosh. Dungeons are just the way to go. What the heck? Okay, so apparently dungeons are just the very best loot you can possibly get in this entire mod pack. Dungeons were not this good. Wait, were they this good when I was just doing normal Vault Hunters, or is it better with this? I don't actually even know. This is insane, though. It's just nuts. I don't know what to say, even. Okay, nothing in there. Let's see how much XP we get. 22? 23? Oh my gosh. And we've got all the stuff. I'm gonna have to sort out my inventory and go through a bunch of stuff first, but I'm above 80% mana. See, we're almost never above 80% mana anymore, so I think I'm gonna regret both of those, and we're just gonna go Horde Mastery for one more. We go Sorcery for one more, and then we max out Arcane. And I think that's just what we're gonna do for now. I need to go through all the jewels, probably upgrade my pick. We have one more jewel slot. I don't know. I'm gonna have to sort out the inventory first, though, because holy, we got so much to go through. Okay, well, first things first, let's eat ourselves up our hamburger and our cheeseburger, and then we'll open up our mod boxes. Let's see what we got. 16k storage discs, some speed upgrades, and a 1k. Honestly, pretty big so far for that. That's well on our way to getting ourselves some storage, which is huge. We can finally open up our crate. Actually, kind of garbage crate. What? That's terrible. So, you know what? Fair enough. And now it is time that we actually go through the other stuff that we got. So, this is all of the rare, epic, and omega stuff, but of course we still have the common and scrappy stuff to roll, which I'm going to roll right this second. And, you know, it's kind of crazy, it's kind of nuts. We also have, of course, the jewels and trinkets to open, but we're going to save the trinkets for last. I'm probably going to open jewels off camera, because it's whatever, jewels are jewels. It's fine. Our target dummy will go right here, and we'll just use him as like a test for this. And honestly, pretty cool overall. But now I guess it's time for us to roll ourselves up all of our scrappy and common plus stuff. Also, I'm sorry for the zoom in. But yeah, it just does that. So we got one epic. Our magnet's currently on mega, so I'm only really gonna keep, I think, epic and above stuff as of right now, unless it's like really max stuff. Like really, really good stuff is what I'll keep, other than the omegas or epics. But it doesn't look like we got anything too crazy, so I think most of the stuff is just gonna get scrapped. And that's exactly what we're gonna do. Now, let's roll one row of the rare plus stuff at a time, because we could potentially get some pretty good stuff from this. I do know that the omega chance is a lot higher, but it doesn't look like we even got a single epic, which is unfortunate. Any max roll? Wand is big, but again, it's like whatever. Honestly, it doesn't look like any of these are super crazy. We already have the guaranteed omega leggings, so it's like all this stuff is just gonna get scrapped again. Guess we'll roll the other row, because why not? Who knows? Maybe we'll get something crazy. You know, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Maybe we get something crazy. 6 and 11.5, 7 and 3, okay, 10 mana, 4 and 6 and 4, holy bad, 6 and 8, holy bad, and it looks like none of this stuff is super great. The shield having 13 block chance is like, it's maybe okay, unless this epic one rolls really bad, but I don't even know. At this point, it's mostly just gonna be scrapping the gear, and then we get, and maybe we see if we get something crazy. Who knows? Maybe we'll get really, really lucky. Well, one more row of these rare pluses to go, and then we can move on to rolling the epics, which I do think I'm gonna roll one by one, because we could get some omegas. We got a full row of them too. So, you know, you never really know. That's the real thing. It doesn't look like another 13. Maybe we can get actually, that is max soul quantity, which is huge. So, probably keep that over the current one. Yeah, max soul quantity is big. We'll keep that over the current one. Anything crazy? 19 versus our current 18. 23% sweeping hit. A little bit better than our current one, but I don't know. Not as good. Actually, this chestplate's kind of bad. But maybe we can get something good. Who knows? 6 and 3.5. Holy 6 and 16. That's a max roll for that. Nearly max roll for increased attack damage. Mid roll, actually terrible roll item rarity, but potentially could go somewhere. And I guess we'll just scrap everything else. Now on to the epic pluses. Let's see what we get on our first one. Come on, give me something good. We've got 9 chances. Potentially we get an omega. Okay. Let's look at this while the other one rolls. 7 and 3.5, already off the table. 6 and 13. That one is definitely on the table. That one's big. It's already, I think just because of the extra prefixes, it's already so much better than the rare one. Yeah, we'll just remove that guy. You know, it's all good. It's all good. Let's see what we get on our wand though. Come on, give me something good, give me something crazy. Come on, come on, come on. 6 ability power out of 15. That's just not what we're looking for, man. Come on. Something good with you. Come on, give me a good wand. Same wand, 14.5. Honestly, almost max, and it has soulbound. I think we'll keep that just in case we can get a good roll for arcane on it. You never really know. Potentially, we could use a wand. 6 armor, 15 ability power, max item rarity, minimum item quantity, but that's fine. Good knockback resistance, good normal resistance, extra armor. Honestly, that one's insane. That one's even better than this one, which is definitely that one's our king for right now. Come on, let's see what we get for the leggings. Of course, we do have the fallback onto the Omega Vault leggings, guaranteed. So not insanely worried, but honestly, extra mana, not really what I'm looking for. It's fine. It's almost a max roll, but it's like I don't even know. Those guys aren't great either. 9.5. Come on, maybe we get a good shield. Maybe we get a really, really good shield, because our current shield is not super great. Come on, and 11 thorns damage. Not a good roll for thorns damage. What about the magnet, though? Our current magnet, of course, being our Omega magnet. Max item quantity, max item rarity. I don't think we're beating that. It tried. It tried to beat it. It couldn't, but it definitely tried. And I do think that means I'm going to just scrap everything here, and then we'll go on to rolling the Omegas. It's going to be kind of insane. Well, scrapped everything else, and now we'll roll the Omegas. I'm going to start off with the axe, then the wand, and then the leggings, since we're least likely to use the axe, and then the wand, and then the leggings. Of course, the texture pack that I'm using is a little bit bugged with some of the models, so sorry about that. It just is a little unfortunate. This axe is just non-existent, but honestly, fairly good rolls for the double damage chance and the attack damage. I don't know. I don't think we use it over a sword though. Sword is just the sweeping hits it's too good. I think we're just gonna scrap that guy. But you know, it's all good. Goodbye Omega Vault Axe. You turned into 5 Vault Scrap. Absolutely useless. Anyway, let's go on to the wand. Let's see, what will the Omega Vault wand give us? Give me something good. Give me like a star wand, or the trident, the Ghostlight's Curse. Fireball, Toxic Vial, ability power, terrible base implicit ability power. But we can potentially get a good roll. We're gonna use one of our 3 fundamental foci on it. Let's see if we get something good. 10. We're gonna use an Omega. I want it to be better than 10. Let's re-roll it. 13. Honestly, I'll take a 13. That's insane. Okay. Let's give it one re-roll. Let's see what we get. Ball, lightning, fireball, max increased ability power, and the healing efficiency. We don't even need a shield if we go crazy healing efficiency, honestly. Yeah, this one's getting scrapped. It's not even a contest. Anywho, let's see what the Omega leggings will give us. Come on, give me something good. Give me something crazy. Something absolutely insane. Let's see what we get if we re-roll the implicits. Something good. Honestly, 13.5, that's pretty darn big. I'm gonna be honest. Kind of massive. Our current ones are max item quantity, max item rarity, though. Maybe we get a good roll, who knows? Vault trinkets, essentially, you have 2 slots for them. You've got a blue trinket and a red trinket, and one of them, this one's a red trinket, increases your mana by 100% of your total mana, so it doubles our mana, essentially. And the other one, hopefully it's a blue trinket. You never know, though. It could not be. If it's not, we have to pick between the 2 of them. It's a blue trinket. Grants vision to chests and coin piles with their associated color in a nearby area around you. Honestly insane. Perfect. Okay, well, we do need coins, so what's the next step when it comes to some of this stuff? Can I make I can make a crystal workbench. So that's what we're gonna do. And then we're gonna prep a crystal for next episode. Of course, we also have to upgrade our forge, so now we are at 2 Grandmaster when it comes to that. What else are we missing for a new set of Vault gear, level 20? So we're missing a set of boots, so well, let's just see what we get. Boots. Not gonna take rare. I need... Man, can you just give me some epic boots? Okay, we got a couple more chances. We get Vault Boots, come on, give me something good. Let's go back to level 20. It only needs to be level 20, it doesn't need to go crazy. One of these, if one of these is great, honestly, I'll take it. Let's see what we get. 6 armor, movement speed, ability, power. Honestly, we'll take those. 7 and 15 point. Never mind that one. We'll take those. We'll definitely take the 7 and 15 point. That's kind of that's insane. Well, what we were doing before I got a little sidetracked is getting ourselves an inscription table, a catalyst fusion table, and then of course our crystal workbench. So we do need to complete this crystal, which means I need to go find some stuff first. What we can do with this is we take inscriptions, some gold or some echo, and you essentially combine them into an inscription that adds a very specific room to your vault crystal, which is quite amazing. And the other one essentially takes beniatite and some other stuff, and dreamstones, to make certain things happen to the crystal. So we're going to end up using 1 catalyst infusion. I do think what I want to do, at least for right now, is add soul boost. We're going to grab a soul boost catalyst. Of course, this is going to go on our crystal in the future, so it's going to take a second. But we do have to complete the crystal, so I got to go find bamboo. Well, that took a lot longer than I expected it to take. Well, we have our bamboo now, so I guess we can just go home. But I do think that we're just going to head on back home. Of course, I'm not going to walk all the way back, so I just /homed, and thankfully that works because Vault Hunters Plus has the /home command thing. And now I need some cobble and, of course, a handy-dandy arrow or 2, so we'll probably just wait for night and we'll get that taken care of. Come on, Skelly boy, I'm coming for you. Perfection. And we get some arrows, and now it's good. Now we can take a nice little sleepy time and then complete our vault crystal and prep it for the next episode, which will be quite amazing. And now we've got you guys, we got all the bones, the arrows, the other stuff. We got a bow as well. And we've completed our vault crystal, which is great. You love to see it. And now, bing, bada bing, bada boom, we got our level 23 vault crystal, which is going to go right into here. We're going to equip it with soul boost. It's going to get 1 challenge stack, which is going to increase mob damage to spawns by a little bit. Makes them a little faster, but it's not too big of a deal. And then what we're going to do, the library room, the painting room, and we're also going to add an X mark room, because the X mark room potentially has some pretty cool stuff. Although, actually, shoot, we can only add 1. We need more coins, because the shop pedestals have really good stuff, so we're going to go coins. We got a bunch of new vault gear, so we're going to be using our new sword, our new wand, as well as our new boots, our new leggings, our new chest plate, and our new helmet. We're going to be scrapping our old set of gear, because as of right now, overall, it's just not what we're looking for right now, and honestly, our current set is kind of insane, because as of right now, a bunch of mana regen, we got a bunch of other stuff too, soul quantity, and all that jazz. You love to see it. This vault's going to be quite interesting, because again, this is going to be the one that we added extra soul quantity to, as well as it has a cove room, which is specifically for vault coins, because we need some coins. Vault gold, so keeping in mind that we need some coins, we're just gonna go and we're gonna see what we can end up getting. And honestly, this is gonna be kind of interesting. I'm gonna see what we can find, and of course we also are going to need to complete the main vault objective, which is find the braziers. They are going to be actually, this room is just a ore room that apparently has no ores up top, which is very, very interesting. And fuller chests, weakened powers, honestly not the end of the world, not too bad. Let's see what we have over here in store. And you know what? Let's just absolutely get going. Let's see. We got some Gorgonite. We got some of you. And honestly, this is quite nice, because we just get to mine all the beautiful vault ores, of course, with our handy-dandy Fortune 25. If you don't know what Vault Hunters Plus is, it's essentially the Vault Hunters mod pack made by Iskal85, and I've just been playing this kind of thing for a while, ever since, really. And essentially, we're just going to go through and we're going to get as much loot as we possibly can, of course. We got our extra levels that we can add to our base stats. Yeah, we got strength, we got health. Actually, I've been adding to health instead of strength, which is smart of me. You guys have probably pointed that out in the comments, but you know, I just realized that now because I'm smart. Anywho, we're going to just come over here and, of course, open up the wooden chests. Anything crazy? If we find anything super good, I will, of course, grab it. But for the most part, I'm kind of just avoiding grabbing a ton of unnecessary stuff. As well as, thankfully, we get just so much good loot now for every single chest, thanks to our current new armor. And I'm just very happy. That guy is a blight mob, which is another thing that has also been added, is the mod that has scaling health, where essentially our health can scale quite high, and it honestly gets kind of insane in the future if we ever decide to go into that. Just going actually insane with it. But there's just also a bunch of other things as well, and if you want to play it yourself, I am working on still getting a download link up for it for you guys to play it for yourself, so stay tuned for that. If you really want to, it will probably eventually, if anything, be posted in the brand new Discord, because one person made me a Discord, and I am really appreciative, by the way, because I was trying to work on a Discord, but I have other things that I need to do, like school starting back up and everything, so just getting back into the swing of everything, and just absolutely having a good time, as well as trying to keep up with the content schedule and everything else. So thank you guys so much for the support, and I really appreciate the help with the server. So if you guys want to join the Discord server, the link should be in the channel, like in the channel links, but also I'm gonna try and start putting it in the descriptions to every video. So yeah, monolith braziers completed. Maybe we'll loot a little more, who knows? Maybe there's something up here. It's like a stoneling, which, you know, interesting. Opening all the wooden chests because they do give XP, but also potentially we could get ourselves some handy dandy catalyst fragments from, actually we can't because it's a modified vault. I keep forgetting you can't get catalyst fragments from modified vaults. I had to correct myself a ton of times on that, but yeah, essentially it's a modified vault, which means that I've applied a catalyst to it, so we can't get catalyst fragments from it, which is an interesting rule that I want to fix, specifically for this particular mod, the Modpack, but yeah, I'm just working on it. Anyway, let's get going to the cove room. Now we arrive at the cove room, the beautiful room with all of the coins that we could ever need, and of course that we will take all of, because they're coins, beautiful coins. We'll see just how many coins we get. I am very curious though how many coins we will end up getting, so leave your guesses in the comments for how many coin piles you think will end up mining in this vault. Very curious to hear your guys' guesses, and also to see what the real number ends up being, because it is going to be a lot. Of course, the coins up here kind of pale in comparison to the amount of coins down below, so we're going to kind of work our way in, just because I don't really want to miss a whole ton of them, because every single coin pile is going to be incredibly helpful to getting us more and more things from those shop pedestals in the vault door vendor rooms, so we're gonna make sure that we get all of them if we can. Of course, there's also just this X marks the spot buried treasure that we're gonna dig straight down into, and it's gonna be some random shenaniganery, but you know what? It's all good. We get all these guys, and now let's use the blocks that we used to dug out to get in there to get out. Now we can just you know, grab all of the coins to our heart's content, I guess. No real reason not to, no reason to hesitate, not anything to snark at. We're just absolutely harvesting away all of the possible coins, because oh my gosh, are there a lot in these cove rooms. Of course, it would have been even more if I decided to add the extra coins catalyst to the crystal as opposed to extra soul chance, but I don't know why I didn't do that. So, you know, that was probably a mistake, but, you know, you live and you learn, I guess. As well as, thankfully, we do have an insane amount of breath underwater, but we also move way too fast, so even with, like, microsecond tippy taps on my keyboard, we are just, zooming. So, you know what? It's fine. It's all good. Just gonna grab all the coins we can, and you know what? It'll be dope. Okay, what else is over here? We've already been over here. What about over in the corner over here? We haven't gotten you guys yet. Okay, we'll just yoink you. Perfection. All of the coins, yes. Well, that actually didn't take long. I think I got all of the coins because I'm not seeing any glow anywhere. You know, nothing crazy. Quite a few of them. I'm gonna guess we mined 47 coin piles. You guys have a different guess? Leave your guess in the comments, I guess, and we'll see what we end up getting. If you guys guess... Wait, there's some coin piles over there that I missed. Oh, it's just up on the, up in the eagle's nest. That's interesting. Cool, cool. Nothing else over here. Honestly, okay, we got a bunch. Yeah, 40, 47. I'm gonna guess 53 after that last little bit. And I guess we'll just run through, see if we can get anything else. Looks like this is another ore room, so maybe we'll get even more ores. Who really knows? And then I guess we'll just head out and we'll see what we ended up getting, and maybe we can prepare another crystal, or run a normal vault. Because I think we'll have to run a normal vault and just loot a ton of wooden chests so that we can get enough catalysts to get another good upgrade vault. And also potentially we'll get some good XP. So then we'll be able to, you know, level up and get even more and better loot. Very happy about that. It does look like we're getting some player gems in here, but not gonna really worry too much about it, because any amount of stuff that we get in this vault is just free stuff that... Anywho, let's just keep on going. Ooh, a champion spider spawn. Perfect. Okay, we can take you out then for some free stuff. Looks like we got some epic plus boots unidentified, but you know what? It's good unidentified. We got some more wood as well from the just accidentally mining everything, but you know what? It's all good. Bomb ignite, another player gem. You'll love to see it. Okay, and let's just skedaddle, nice and slow, nice and careful. And is there anything else up here we can get? Not really, so we'll just... Actually, there might be some hidden ores up here. Always gotta check it. Wasn't anything, but there could have been. And so that's why you gotta check it. Because sometimes you'll just not check it, and then there'll be something good there. And then you'll feel stupid. But anywho, let's just continue running along. Well, there was a beautiful handy-dandy dungeon in one of the rooms, which is great. You do love to see it. So exactly what we're gonna do is we're just gonna complete the vault after getting all of the stuff. It's a gilded type of dungeon, so we're getting a ton of jewels, which will very much help us when we upgrade to our next pickaxe, which will be relatively soon, because I do think we've unlocked another one. As well as, I mean, we're just getting so many jewels that it's going kind of crazy. And it looks like in here, we did end up getting an alchemy archive, which will give us some stuff. We needed to interact with one in order to get a quest completed as well. And that's pretty big, but well as there's just some cool things that you can only get from the alchemy archives. So we walked into a spider web, but I guess we'll just head out and maybe find some other stuff that's cool down here before we head out. I don't know, let's just, you know, I don't know if I want to risk anything too crazy. I think we will just kind of head to the next room, see if there's anything in here. If not, we'll just head out. Okay, let's get out of here, and then we can run another vault. It does seem like our pickaxe is still using durability, unfortunately, so I don't think the unbreaking is working super well on it, unfortunately. But what I do know is that we're getting even more completion crates. We got to level 25, which is perfect. We got our very first blank seal, which means we can run a actually interesting vault with another modification, kind of. And we also got some points. So what I think we're going to do is I want to put points into toxic reaction. It requires you to have levels in poison nova, which is definitely something we should do. So we'll go 1 level in nova, select specialization, and then we need 2 for toxic reaction to cast more poison novas. So I guess we'll just level up poison nova It makes the radius bigger, which is huge. I have 1 point of expertise to use. What I do want to do is adding extra capacity to crystals when we make them is actually massive. So I'm going to do that. We're going to get our crystal. We're going to also, let's see, what's the next tier tool? So chromatic steel is the next tier. We can make that. It only costs us some driftwood, which thankfully we've got plenty of. Just grab, 24 driftwood planks. Should be good enough, right? Then we grab ourselves some chromatic steel, which I've got plenty of, right? Yep, perfect. We get you. Extra capacity as well, which is perfection. This is going to be our new pickaxe, which we're going to use into the future vaults. We also completed another one of you, and we can re-roll these guys until we get something good. Thinking I go, honestly, black chromatic steel is pretty big. Mine 1 bomb ignite. Fair trade, big deal. We did get an elytra, so we could start working towards getting the wings. Might be another good idea as well. I don't fully know though if we want to or not. I do want to claim this. I need to acquire or craft a bunch of different things as well. Seal of the Scout, which is the light the Brazier's vaults. And there's a bunch of different ones as well. Modifying vault crystals, cool. Archives, we got that as well. We did get trinkets. I can click that and claim that, and we get a free trinket for that. Catalysts, craft a catalyst, craft an inscription. Okay, so I can just pick up you guys, and it should just, and that means we can claim you, get ourselves stuff for even more inscriptions and even more other stuff as well, which is perfect. Kind of massive, let's be real. Got another pog, and we can roll the vault trinkets. Let's slap our enchanted golden apples in here, and let's see what we get. Removes any and all fall damage. Elvish air. Treasure goggles, not super useful, so I guess we'll switch those guys out. But we do need to work on our new pick, and we do need to get our vault crystal completed, so that's exactly what I'm going to work on. Well, I have changed this crystal to be our level 25. I changed it to be a bingo vault crystal because I want to complete the bingo objective, as that is an objective that we need to do. And, I just thought it'd be interesting. So we're going to see if we can complete it. And if we can, I want to see how far we can go. Because the bingo objectives are a little bit interesting. It looks like we've got flawlessly kill dwellers, kill tanks, rapidly kill dwellers, rapidly loot coins, discover omega rooms, primitively kill dwellers, chain, discover rooms, loot coins, kill tanks, activate pylons. This is going to take a while. And we're going to see how this is going to go, because I honestly don't know how well or how long this may actually take us. Actually, our first room's an Omega room, so we've discovered an Omega room. This one is the Ornate Omega room, otherwise known as the Blacksmith, which is beautiful, because it does mean that we get to get ourselves quite a bit of ornate stuff, although unfortunately, it does mean that we won't have as much time as we could for some other stuff. It's all good. What we're going to do is we're just going to see if we get anything crazy from here. I'll probably leave that in, but for the most part, this room is just going to be us looting a bunch of ornate chests, so not anything super specific or super special at all, although it does look relatively chill. It doesn't look like there's an insane amount of chests in here, but, there's plenty. It's a good enough amount that it is definitely worth looting. Because we can get some pretty insane vault gear. We're probably going to end up getting at least 1 Omega from this. Top, like the base floor, I'll loot that last. But we loot the top, then we go all the way down to the bottom, and then we'll work our way back up to the main floor. And honestly, it's a lot of gear, but none of it's super rare yet. So maybe we're getting a little unlucky, but at least I know that we'll never run out of the different basic foci, so I'm happy about that. But let's just get all these guys that we can and see just how much vault gear we end up getting, because oh my gosh, this is actually kind of insane. Hey, our first rare. Okay, you'll love to see it. All right, not too shabby. Pretty big vault. Ooh, another rare. Okay, you'll love to see it. And I guess we'll just loot up everything that we can. That's pretty much everything. Loot the base floor, and then we'll just keep heading on. Hey, 2 rares in that last chest. That's the last chest I'm going to open as well, and I guess we'll just go straight. No reason not to. We need to kill a lot of mobs relatively quickly, as well as get a bunch of coins rapidly. Oh, there was rapidly loot ornate. I'm actually blind. Okay, well, you know, it's fine because, actually that's kind of annoying. Anyway, at least we can maybe get some other stuff, although it is gonna be tough getting the, kill tanks objective completed purely because, well, this particular vault doesn't have a lot of tanks because that's what I spec'd it into. Because I didn't realize we were gonna get so many tank-heavy objectives, but it's all good. It's not the end of the world. It's not too bad, not too shabby. Gonna rapidly kill some horde mobs here. Never mind, I whiffed. Right, that guy has shielding, which is kind of lame. Perfection. Get another mod box. Maybe we can get the... I need to rapidly loot 6 ornate chests. That's 6 ornate chests incredibly quickly. I don't know how reasonable that's gonna be for right now, but, you know, it's all good. We'll see if we can do it. It definitely is gonna be tough, though. But, at least, you know, there's all these guys that we can take out, get all the loot from, so... Not the end of the world, but hopefully we can at least complete. Guess we'll just have to reorganize all of our loot, because our main pouch seems to be a little, completely full. Well, at least we can activate a pylon in here and I guess just keep moving. We don't really need to waste time anymore in this particular room, although we'll be getting some more assassin mobs. Do I have any more assassin mob things? Oh, I need to kill a total of 32 assassin mobs. So we do need to kill assassin mobs, but most of it's going to be if we can get a bunch of coins, get some tanks and stuff. That's what we really need to focus on, I guess. Well, I don't know how this is going to work, but if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that didn't work. Okay, wait, we got it. We rapidly loot coins. Okay. You know, that wasn't as difficult as I thought it was going to be. Okay, so now we need to kill horde mobs and rapidly loot ornate chests. Or loot some more coins, get some more... We need to do a bunch of stuff, but I just have to search for more rooms, I guess. Epic Plus for 4. I'm gonna take that. It's for 4 gold. I can't. Okay, we have 107, so we gotta be a little stingy now. Allow me to complete this. It'd be so cool if we can complete a bingo. I wanna get the bingo. Please. Okay, we just gotta keep looting. Getting all of our catalyst fragments, of course, where we can. And, you know, I wish there was more ornate chests around for us to grab, but unfortunately there are not. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, unfortunate, but it is what it is, I guess. It's just a bummer that we couldn't... I should have seen that, and I should have tried to quick loot the ornate chests in that first room, but we didn't. But I forgore. I completely forgot. Or I just am blind. I think I'm gonna chalk it up to me not seeing it or forgetting it, but whatever. Okay, whatever dungeon this is, it said it was an impossible dungeon, and the mobs have an insane amount of health, but the loot that I got is actually insane. I didn't know this was gonna be such a big thing, but these mobs have so much health that it's taking me forever, so I decided that after so this one has ornate chests, right? Ornate barrels. Each one is dropping me like 4 to 6 rare and beyond tier stuff, like vault gear. And I just don't even know, like, we have so much vault gear from this vault, it's insane. So I don't even know if we're gonna need to complete the main vault objective, but I kind of still want to try. But it's kind of insane, just the base stuff that we've gotten so far. Well, I think we found our redemption. So this will actually let us loot all of the ornate chests that we need to loot for that. So I guess we've got the ornate chests looted that we needed for that, which means we completed our first bingo, which is massive. We've got a bingo, so I guess I'll just loot these chests and then we'll claim the bingo thing because our inventory's full. Like, I have no space left for any kind of loot, so I don't necessarily think that it's gonna be worth trying to bring back a ton more. This has been such an insane vault with just ups and downs. There's still these chests over here that I want to loot too. And then we can claim it there. But it's like our entire everything is just so full. It's kind of nuts. Okay, I'll switch you out with that. And that means you guys can go in there. You can go there. Yeah, you can go there. And then we can get rid of these two. We got a magnet, another magnet. Okay. Click you out, I guess. Vault, essence, magic, silk. These stuff, we can get rid of you. This, it's actually insane just how full our inventory is from this one vault. Like, bingo vaults might just be the way to go. I think they also give a ton of XP if you complete multiple bingos. Like, if you go for a blackout, I think it gives you a ton of stuff, so... I don't actually know, but I do think I'm going to start getting rid of maybe the scrappy stuff, because I don't, like, trading scrappy for rare stuff is definitely the way to go, but also, holy inventory full moment. I guess I'll just get rid of some of my other stuff. I'll just start carrying 1 to 2 stacks of vault cobble. I don't really need to carry all the raw carbon. Okay, you know, it's fine. It's all good. It's all good now. Let's just claim you and get out of here, because we completed the vault. That was the goal. We did it. So now we just gotta, I don't even know. Let's see how much XP we got. I'm gonna guess that's a champion mob. That's kind of lame that a champion mob spawned right at the end there, but it's fine. 43,000. 24 of which was from the, just purely based on the completing the objective, which is kind of insane. Oh my gosh, this is gonna take so long to sort out and roll, but I'm gonna do it for you guys. Okay, well, let's start off with rolling all of the scrappy things. Let's see what we get. Anything crazy? We got 1 epic, which I will save in here, and the rest of it will get scrapped. So let's do that real quick. Well, we got more commons to roll, so we'll roll you guys. We got 1 omega from that, which is kind of insane. Not much else, though, so we'll save that. This stuff, of course, all getting scrapped. Then we'll move on to the common plus. So let's see what we get. And 1 rare or epic, which was the shield. Everything else will just get scrapped, of course. And now for the rares. So I'm just gonna grab everything else out. And we are gonna continue to roll the epics and above, but I'm gonna just roll all these guys at once, just because, you know, who knows? They're sometimes worth it. If we get something crazy like nearly a max or a full maxed out for these living modifiers, we do want to keep them. So, like, this helmet is relatively good. It'd be great if it was, you know, epic plus, but none of these guys are epic, so of course they will all get scrapped as well. None of the magnets and stuff looked too great either. And now the rest of the rare pluses. Any epics? Nope. Okay, nothing too crazy. So those guys are all gonna get scrapped. And now it's time to roll the epics. So let's just get all these guys rolling. Come on, we're just gonna roll them all together. We'll roll the omegas 1 by 1, just because they are gonna be pretty decent, pretty good. Let's see. Honestly, kind of a bad roll for the sword. Could be a better sword for us though, so we can re-roll it. Just because it has the new level modifiers on it. Could be better. Has awful ability power. I don't think it's worth this one. It doesn't have ability power at all. It does have a max roll item quantity on it though, which is big. So maybe we keep it. We'll keep this helmet. Actually, we have this helmet. Never mind. Although I will need to re-roll the stats for it, but overall it's not too bad. So we've got a new helmet. We're using a wand currently to add to our Nova, so we're not going to use that. We've got a new helmet, so I don't need a new helmet. Our current boots are pretty decent, although we can get better. Actually, nope, it's got max modifiers on it for the current stuff, so honestly, not awful. Is this sword better? This sword's actually pretty decent. 1.64, 25. Honestly, that one, we'll keep that one instead. These leggings, our current ones are Omega with pretty decent rolls, so I don't think we'll use them. And I don't think we'll use these guys either, so let's just scrap the rest of them and move on to, of course, our beautiful handy dandy Omega pieces of vault gear, which we got 3 of again. which is kind of insane. I am going to screenshot that because that's actually nuts. We got so much vault gear. That was just absurd. Is we're going to roll this guy. We're going to roll it. Come on. Give me something good. Give me something good. Give me a good focus. Good focus. Frost Nova. Mid mana. It is Omega, so I will keep it for now. But, like, I don't know. What about the boots? Can we get something good? I'm going to roll them together, just because they're boots. We'll see what we get. Anything crazy? Anything crazy for the implicits? Not crazy. Not crazy either. Which one's better? Actually, we'll do this. We'll let fate decide. So, I roll that one. Pretty decent. Let's reroll this one. Fate has decided that we are choosing these boots. So, that's what we're gonna do. What I think I will do as well is we're going to... They have item rarity. We need item quantity on here, which is this guy. So we're going to plop it on. Let's see what we get. 5%. So mid-roll. I kind of want to re-roll everything now, since that was kind of bad. But we'll see what we get if we re-roll everything. Come on, give me something. 8% item rarity. Last episode, we got an Omega helmet. I re-rolled it. We ended up getting item rarity and item quantity. Item quantity is a little bit low, but... we did get good rolls on pretty much everything else, so it's perfectly fine. The boots, Omega, again, we got item rarity, item quantity on them as well. Same thing with the helmet. We got low item quantity, but almost maximum item rarity. And we also ended up getting some pretty good armor and effect avoidance on that guy as well. And our sword ended up getting max, heart frag, chaining, attack damage, and attack range. And then we got dweller damage, which is just... it is what it is. But overall, pretty cool sword. With that, our current damage is 71.6, which is quite nice. And what we're going to be doing is we're just going to be running another bingo crystal. First, I need to complete the vault crystal. Let's get that taken care of. Okay, well, now it's day 45. We completed our vault crystal, so now we're going to do that. And let's just quickly... plop this next one down. Doesn't look too difficult. What we're going to do is we're going to grab our Seal of the Prophet. And of course, our one goal in this vault is to get ourselves a full blackout bingo. And just see exactly how much loot we can get from it. Because I think it's going to be kind of insane. Well, without any further ado, let's run in and let's see what we end up getting for our vault objectives. So... flawlessly discover rooms, loot wooden chests, rapidly loot wooden chests, open Ven doors, kill a champion mob, silently loot ornate chests, get a multi-kill, kill tanks, primitively kill dwellers, free villagers. Okay. I think the easiest is going to be just the full left row. But we're going to see what we can do, and if we can do all of them. Let's just run in and let's see what we do. Oh dear, oh dear. We seem to have found ourselves a... oh, also, by the way, I'm sorry for cutting in at this point in the video, or at this point in this vault run. The main issue with previous stuff was my mic was broken for the first pretty much half of this vault run, which is most of what happened already in this vault. Not really half, but like the first 5-8 minutes. So I'm a little bit upset with that, but thankfully we are now back, and it seems as though we found a Crystal Caves room, which will help us get to eliminate some of these bad boys. The main issue with that being that, well, that's not even a quest, and unfortunately we have only gotten a couple of our bingo stuff completed, and I need it to silently loot ornate chests in order to actually complete this with what we have right now. I don't think we're going to get a blackout, unfortunately, just because freeing a villager requires a very specific set of rooms. But we should be able to at least get some stuff, and I'm very happy that we can get those things. And maybe we can get a double bingo. I don't fully know, though, at this point, because it does depend slightly on what we end up finding in the rest of this vault. But what I do want to do is not accidentally miss whatever ores I left up here, which was black opal. And let's just Honestly, I'll just bridge over it here. Come on. Why is it being weird? There we go, perfect. And now we come over here, we get you guys. Take you out as well, which is beautiful. Nice and great, handy dandy that our sword has extra reach, because otherwise it would be kind of lame. And we get you, and I guess we'll get these two as well. Because thankfully, I don't really have to worry too much. I will get knocked back a little bit, but I can just absolutely annihilate them as well, which is great. I love it when they are low HP. They do have quite a bit of health normally, so it's all good, it's all good. We just gotta keep going, keep getting all of the ores that we possibly can in here. I think that's most of them. I'm probably gonna go over there to grab some too, but first drop down and aggro everyone. Come on. I do just need an insane amount of continued XP and such to get to the next level. And the reason why we want more levels is because I want to upgrade my Poison Nova and my Chain Reaction, or Toxic Reaction, so that we can continually chain infinite Poison Novas to instantly obliterate everything. And that's the strat that we're going to be using in the future for our base damage. The rest of it is going to be a resistance type build based around never being able to die. And then we're going to run a vault that has as many mobs as it will let me get into it without crashing, because it definitely will crash. If I try like a couple thousand times the mobs, it might go a little bit crazy. But it should be quite interesting, and so make sure to stay tuned for this series in the future for that. But I do think now we need to try and loot some more woodens. Also, I don't know what the combo one is. Combo is discover a room, kill mobs, and then we'll figure out what the next one is, I guess. But I do think we found a X marks the spot room that I do want to go to, so we're going to go over to that. There's actually another one here. Okay, well, you know, increase our damage a little bit, and we're just going to see how this goes. I'm a little worried, because they did change these. They're a little different. You'd have to trigger them like it's a raid. But then a bunch of mobs spawn, and these guys are quite strong, so we're going to just, you know, take out all of these pirate dudes as you do. Oh. Well, that actually was a lot quicker than I thought it would be. Also, it gave ornate chests, which means we can maybe get the ornate chest loot thing completed. I don't fully know if there's going to be enough down here, but if we can silently loot enough ornate chests from this, it's definitely going to give us the wooden chests, but the ornate chests are what really matters. Also, I mean, ideally, we don't get any mob spawns down here from opening these guys up, because that would suck. Like, if we got a trap that spawned mobs, that would be absolutely awful, but looking like we're getting pretty lucky, so I'm very happy with that. Fortunately, our entire backpack is full, so I'm gonna have to get some of this stuff out of here. Just chuck it into our other pouch, but, you know, honestly, overall, pretty darn cool that these X marks the spot rooms have been fixed to be actually good now, and they have some kind of a small challenge as well. Loot wooden chests completed. We have a total of, what, 10 of 13, 11 of 13, we're so close. Okay, 12, last one, come on. Okay, we got the loot ornate chests, and that actually completes that as well. And there's even more stuff down here for us to grab. So let's just loot up everything we can, and then we can, I guess we'll just head out. Keep forgetting I can just mine the wooden chests. I don't need to open them up even, because I mean, we've got our stuff to get rid of the void upgrade and everything, to get rid of all the stuff that we don't want, so I'm very happy with that. And let's just get everything possible that we can. Hey, leave me alone. Y'all are obnoxious, annoying. Okay, we get you, get you, get you, get you, you. That one's trapped, of course it is. And we will just continue looting. Honestly, the amount of catalyst fragments is kind of really good. I'm very happy with how many we're getting. Although it would be nice if we could get even more so that we could do some really, really stupid stuff with some vault crystals, but I'll have to save that for the future, I guess, and I still need to get out of here, so let's just, you know, go up. Hey! Oh, primitively killed dwellers, you know? Apparently that was a goal for us, so we accomplished it. Okay, now we need to combo, discover rooms, and then kill mobs, and then it's probably going to be loot some type of chest. We'll have to figure that out right here in a second. So, done the discover a room. Okay, loot wooden. Okay, so it's a wooden loot thing. I don't think there's anything for ores in this particular vault, so mind you, because I see that right in the open. Some tanks. That guy's reflective, which is obnoxious. Should take out all these guys. All the little silverfish trying to attack me for absolutely no reason. Anyway, I'm just gonna grab the ones that I can see because I don't really want to fill up my inventory with everything. And I guess we'll just keep going this way. Maybe we can find a wooden POI close by that has a couple chests or something. Are you a wooden POI? You are. That is not a tank mob, though. Or that's a tank mob, not a default mob. Okay. 7 of 8 mobs. Bruh. Okay, how much longer do I have? I don't think I have time. We got it. Wait, 1, 2, 3. I need to loot a 4th wooden chest. I need a 4th wooden chest. So quickly. Come on, come on. Give me. No, we had 30 seconds and it just ran out. That's so annoying. Okay. Well, at least we can try it in another room. I don't really want to spend the time trying to do that in here anymore. So we'll just head to this one. Come on, let's see what we get. It's very accomplishable. We just gotta find a good wooden POI. Okay, that's ornate. What about you? That's wooden. Perfect. Okay, and then one more wooden chest, and we got it! We got all you guys too, which is great. Bunch of stuff. You'll love to see it. Very happy, honestly. All these horde mobs are going to give us a ton of stuff as well, so we're just going to, you know, take out all these bad boys, get all these guys for the XP and the catalyst fragments, because wooden chests are now very much worth it looting purely for catalyst fragments, and like, the catalyst fragments make them so worth looting. It's kind of insane. Okay, nothing much over there. There's a dungeon over here, normal difficulty, not too shabby. Just take you guys out nice and quick, nice and easy. Perfection, and is there anything else over there? Not really. What about over here? There's a couple up there as well. Holy Omega Plus Vault Magnet. Actually insane. Okay, well, holy stonks. Okay, we're gonna deposit that stuff there, and we'll just chuck everything else in here. I guess there's a bunch of guys down here. Yep, there were. Perfection, and we grab you. Let's grab you, and anything else? There's another room tucked back here. Is anything over it? 1 barrel, very much worth for a free Epic Plus Unidentified Magnet. And over here, you guys, that guy's a bow, so we gotta be a little bit careful. And now we come up here, boss spawns, we take you out nice and quick. Grab you, grab you, grab you. And then we come up here, anything in here? Not really, and that's that. And now, what we can probably do is just run over to the X marks the spot room. We do that, and then we grab our handy dandy little thing, and that should be that. Perfection. And now mine you. Check you in there. Do all that stuff, and now we just go up, around, over to this room, and go get the next X marks the spot room completed. Perfect, perfect. Come on, give me something good. Give me something good from this guy. Come on, let's see. Let's see what we get. Come on, how many mobs will it be? Come on. Okay, take you guys out. Well, I guess that was all the mods, or mobs. Doesn't look like an actual insane amount of chests spawned this time, which is a little bit unfortunate, but it does mean we still get to go for all the loot, which is great. Still gonna get a ton of pieces of vault gear, although not anything insane from this. At least this part specifically. We've got a ton from the rest of this vault, but, you know, it's all good, it's all good. It's just make sure to take everything that we possibly can right where it should be into our beautiful handy dandy inventory. Grab you. Grab you. We get that guy. We get that. And we get you guys. Okay, two random. There we go. Chuck you guys in there, and we'll just loot everything else up, and then I guess we'll complete the vault because there's not much else for me to really do. Let's just do this. We got this. We go crazy. We already went crazy. We've gotten so much stuff from this vault. Anything else is just kind of such a big gift that I'm kind of incredibly happy that we've got as much as we have. And I think that after this chest, it's pretty much the completion of this vault. So let's try and find ourselves a handy-dandy little exit portal thing. Guess we'll just go this direction. Okay, well, we found one. Let's complete it, and we can do that. We can grab you, grab you, grab you, and just continue going, I guess. We've got a ton of stuff. I'm not disappointed in the slightest with how much we ended up getting from that vault. So let's see how much XP. 55. 24k from that, and then we got a bunch of stuff. Okay, honestly, not bad. 3 levels. You'll love to see it. Bunch of gear that we still need to roll. And let's just get all that gear into here. I'm gonna roll it all at once. I know there's some Omegas. I know there's some good stuff, but I'm just gonna roll it because I cannot be asked right now. I'm a little bit tired, so we're just gonna see what we end up getting. Any epics, Omegas, I will grab out of here, and we'll look over. Everything else, I think we'll just leave in there for now, and I'll scrap it all in a second. Are you okay? Kinda mid. Okay, what about you? Kinda decent, so new magnet replacement temp, potentially. These boots could be better than our brand new boots, honestly. And it looks like everything else is just gonna get scrapped, so, you know, fair enough, I guess. It is day 50 in a second after we finish this vault, so I wanted to make it a little bit special, and what we're going to be doing is we're going to run a bingo vault. We're going to see if we can complete that, and then we're going to be running one more vault where we're going to spend all of our vault catalysts that we can get to get as many ornate chests as possible, so that we can get as many, what are they called, vault gear pieces as we possibly can. So I'm going to make the 2 that we can have right now. We're going to plop them both in here. We're also going to come over here and we're going to grab ourselves one of these. I think that I want to go for something fairly balanced. So like the Snowfell Winter, because the only thing that is decreased is tanks by a little bit. Hordes are decreased by a little bit, but we can afford to use the decrease in hordes for that. So what we will need to do is get some more gilded chests and wooden chests for more dreamstones so that we can actually make more catalysts. We are uh-oh, that could have been really bad. Okay, well, without further ado, let's just get into this vault, and well, let's see how it goes. So, yes, our goal, of course, we gotta go in, we figure out what the bingo objectives are, which I guess we'll find out in a second. And let's see, what will they be? It looks like we need to kill guardians, silently loot wooden chests, loot coins, discover omega rooms, open vendors. Fairly doable. I guess we'll just run through and see what we can accomplish, because, I mean, there's no other way to really do this. I mean, we're relatively deep in this vault. We've gotten quite a few of them accomplished. I just need the pylon. I need to kill some more dwellers, and I need some more... I need to find a guardian room and find some omega rooms, so I might just start looking for those, because I got a bunch of ores from here, so I think that's what I'm gonna do, and we should be able to get everything else relatively quickly if we can find those omega rooms, so that's what I'm gonna try and do. Well, instead we found a challenge room, so we're just going to challenge an elite round, of course. You guys should give us some good XP, and we're also going to get all the wooden chests from him. So, we're just going to yoink these guys real quick, and then we got to look for some more rooms, because unfortunately this doesn't count as an omega room. It also doesn't count as a guardian. So, hopefully we can find a room that has guardians, or a different type of room, because otherwise we might be a little bit screwed, unfortunately. But maybe we can pull it out. Well, of course, the very first omega room we find is this one, which our inventory is already quite full of stuff. Of course, I do also have the second extra bag because I got a loot belt from one of the vendor rooms that I opened, which was great. But it does mean that we either spend the rest of the time looting this, or we try and find another one, which I'm kind of tempted to try and find another one, just so we can get a little bit better loot from this. So that's what I'm gonna do. We're just gonna go for it. Well, I certainly tried to find another one, but unfortunately it doesn't seem like we got that, so we're gonna have to quit it with one bingo, which is incredibly unfortunate, because we got so many things accomplished. I couldn't find another pylon, I was trying to look for more rooms. It's just a bummer, honestly. It's kind of lame, but you know what? It is what it is. It's all good. Not gonna be super upset. We looked through 54 rooms. This was the entire vault. It was a rectangle vault. We found one omega room, 2 laboratories. We had all this room left to discover. 60k XP. Honestly, not bad, but it could have been a little better. Plus, we did end up getting quite a bit of dreamstones, which is great, as well as some catalyst fragments, which is even better for us to be able to work on getting these guys. And we also got some skill points, which the skill points, I'm gonna be honest, probably going into one into Nova and then more into Toxic Reaction. And I guess we'll open this guy up. All the vault gear will just get put into a chest for now, and then we'll get the next crystal prepared, because it's day 50. We did end up getting a poison ability totem, so now entities around us will get poisoned, as well as extra speed, so it'll be a little bit faster, which is great. And I think we can combine these guys to get sepsis. Okay, not terrible. Decrease the difficulty by 10. Of course, we gotta get some more bottles of Enchanting XP, and then I think I'm gonna open up all the jewel pouches and just start saving them for our next pickaxe. Okay, I got everything sorted out. We're level 33. What we're gonna do is we're going to start adding on stuff to this vault crystals. So, we have a small chance to not add a negative modifier, but apparently you can go beyond the capacity of a crystal. It will just curse the crystal. So we're gonna see that. What does a curse do? So what's the curse gonna do to us is the question. Because we can double curse it, we can triple curse it, and we can quadruple curse it. And we're gonna run this because it's our day 50. Okay, we're gonna run it. I'm just curious about what's gonna happen. I think I'm also gonna upgrade these 2 double pouches into another loot belt, just so that we have a second one, so that everything's more consolidated. Perfect, and now I guess it's time to run this vault. Who knows what's gonna happen? Let's see. I don't know what curses do, so we're gonna have to find out apparently. What does a curse do? Causing it to have less time. 17 minutes? Okay, that's fine. we just gotta find some ornate POIs, because we've got, 150% ornate chests? So 250% total ornate chests, which is honestly kind of insane. That's pretty big, I'm gonna be perfectly honest. You know, it's a little crazy, but we're just gonna go for it. Let's see what happens. Let's just see what we can find. If we find a good ornate POI, I mean, it'll be really worth it. So let's see it. Of course, I couldn't help myself. I decided to challenge a dungeon. These dungeon mobs hit so hard. It is, of course, Vindicators, so they hit harder than normal dungeon mobs, but you know, we're able to take them out relatively efficiently, so I'm very happy. But this is only the first room, and we still have more to go, so we're gonna have to see. I still haven't found an ornate POI yet, though. I'm very curious how those will look for us. Ooh, some ornate chests down here, although I don't know how many they're gonna be. It looks like there's at least 5, so pretty decent haul, to be perfectly honest. You guys are trying to sneak up on me, how dare you? Of course, that one's trapped. Why wouldn't it be trapped? Of course, you know, some of these ornate chests always gotta be trapped. Goodbye. And of course, you're gonna come after me. There's gonna be a ton of those guys. They're all gonna just self-destruct because we're just that amazing. And that's of course what we're gonna do. And now I guess I'll just keep running around looking for even more ornate chests. Because why the heck not? I mean, this is an ornate vault. Why would I not? Holy ornate chests. This is kind of absurd. Okay, so this is like normally a 4 or 5 chest POI, and it looks like we've got at least like 8 to 12 chests here, which is great. Because I mean, that's like exactly how many we should. Wait, is there an ornate like hidden room back there that I can't like see? That's actually crazy. Okay. The chests started coming out of the walls. There's so many chests. I mean, I'll take it. Or someone's trapped. We can still get the ones back here, though, which is great. And looks like there's one more back there. Is there any up top? No, not really. Okay, that's fine. Thankfully, we can take these guys out nice and easy, nice and simple. And there's just an even bigger POI back here that we would have missed otherwise if that one hadn't been spawning through the wall. So, you know, definitely will take it. Leave your guesses in the comments, by the way, for how many ornate chests you guys think we will get for this vault. I know for the vault that we ran with the specific room with a bunch of coins, I didn't end up actually looking at the coins for that vault, so this one I'll make sure to do that for the amount of ornate chests, because that was a little bit of an oversight on my part, and I'm sorry about that, but it is what it is. Anyway, we're just gonna come over here. I do want to grab some more coins from over here, so we're gonna grab these guys, because every little bit of vault bronze is very helpful, and I guess we'll just keep running around looking for even more ornates, because, I mean, no reason not to, right? Okay, well, I think we're done with this particular vault because we've got an insane amount of vault gear. This entire backpack, or loot belt, has been completely filled with vault gear, and we've got quite a bit in our regular backpack as well. Honestly, pretty decent haul, pretty good overall. We also just got the vault accomplished, so 48k XP. Pretty dope. We are now level 35, which means we can put another level into Crystalmancer, adding extra capacity to our crystals. We can go even further without getting cursed, but we also have 2 more points, which we're going to put into Toxic Reaction. And what I think I'm going to do is we're going to get all of this vault gear, and we're going to roll it, and we're going to see just what we can end up getting when you roll an insane amount of vault gear. And you know what? I'm gonna get some sleep for this, so we hit day 52, and then we're just gonna do that. Okay, well, we've woken on the 52nd day, and now it's time to roll all of our gear. So, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna click it all, and we're gonna see what we get. We're only gonna keep our epics, and the epics are going to go straight into here, and then we're gonna go over them in a bit. So, I'm just gonna roll everything, and we're just gonna see what we end up getting. Of course, there's going to be a ton of other stuff that we have to deal with, but that guy is constantly being poisoned. That's kind of obnoxious, so I may end up just muting it, but, I mean, for now, it's fine. It's not the end of the world. but it is gonna get, yeah, we're gonna mute it. And now let's get ourselves even more of this stuff done. That had actually nothing. By the way, I can't mute it. It's being weird. It won't let me mute that specific sound, so we're just gonna have to deal with it. And that makes me super happy, and by happy I mean sad, because I would rather not have to deal with that sound, but it's fine. And did we get anything? We got actually quite a few epic magnets. Holy, that's a lot. And overall, we're getting an insane amount of gear, though. This is kind of nuts. But we just gotta keep scrapping the stuff that's not good enough. Now we gotta do all this stuff. I'm gonna save the omegas for last, as always. You know, gotta make sure to leave them for the very end, just so that we can potentially have a good little finale to our day 50 episode. But overall, kind of nuts how much stuff we end up getting from this. So I mean, it might take a little bit for us to go through it all, but it's all good. It's not the end of the world. We're just gonna speed it up a little bit, because we got so much to go through, but we're almost done with most of this, which is great. And then we just get to look through the epic pluses and see what kind of stuff we want to actually keep. So we're gonna do that in one moment after I, of course, roll all these guys. We got you, and everything else is gonna get scrapped, as always. You love to see it. Absolutely beautiful. Perfection. Exactly. Just how it should be. And do I have enough space to roll the rest of this stuff? Nope, not yet. Okay, well that's fine. It's not the end of the world. Also, the extended edition videos may end up continuing to come out. I don't know. Depends on how long I end up recording per episode, because I am doing a little bit more off-camera work, and I'm also a little bit more busy with school, so it's going to be something that we're just going to have to wait and see how it goes. But we do have just the omegas left to roll, so we're going to roll here in a second. Of course, we got to wait for everything else to scrap up, and then we're going to go through it, and honestly, it's kind of cool. Perfect, and now we can roll the omegas. So we're going to start off with the axe, which is of course going to be bugged because of the vault texture pack that I'm using. I need to get the updated version. The blue double axe. Okay, cool. We got that, and then we've got ourselves a level 30 magnet, which, honestly, it's looking like the base stats can be a little bit better than our current magnet, although we won't have the suffix, and instead we have an extra prefix, which is a little bit of a different story, unfortunately. We won't have the soul quantity, but we can potentially get that on some other stuff, so maybe I'll roll it. If we get something good, we'll keep it. The axe, however, actually kind of terrible, so I will actually just scrap it, because we don't need it. And to look through the other magnets, do we get anything that's super crazy for implicits? I'm looking for like a 8, and then a like 13 plus, so that one's okay. 7.7 and 14, close. 8 and 13, that one's pretty good. 3, 7 and 15, honestly kind of bad. That axe is kind of bad. That wand, kind of bad. Sword, kind of bad. Helmet, interesting, but our current helmet's pretty decent, so I don't think we're going to be getting anything better than that as of right now. So I guess we just got these 2 magnets to work with, and everything else will have to be scrapped. Very unfortunate for going through that much vault gear and getting kind of nothing, but at least we have some trinkets to roll. Let's see what we get. Increase your cooldown reduction, increase your lucky hit, and gives the player Elytra. That's pretty big, but unfortunately we're not going to actually use probably any of these. This lucky hit's not super useful, so I'm going to scrap those guys as well, unfortunately. And I do think that that is going to be the end of this particular episode. Stay tuned for tomorrow when the episode, the second weekly video comes out, and then also I will be posting a 50 days video because we're at day 50, which is cool. So stay tuned, and I will see you guys then. See you guys in the future. GG's, peace, have a great day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye!